Good afternoon from Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, where today the Eagles go against the Washington Redskins. Hello, everyone. I'm Don Criqui with former Redskin great Sonny Jurgensen. It is a very brisk day here in Philadelphia. Temperature at game time is about 36 degrees, winds gusting up to 25 miles an hour. And your old coach, George Allen, can't afford too many more losses, maybe none more.
I don't think he can, Don. He's lost 3 in the division already, and he can't afford to lose a 4th because he's still vying for that wild card spot. They think they have a chance.
Well, he's going to go again with Joe Theismann at quarterback because he can move around, and the Eagles feel they have to contain him, the scrambling.
Joe Theismann was put into the offense to generate some offense, and he's had a little difficulty doing that so far.
His counterpart is Ron Jaworski, coming off his best game. Had a broken thumb the first time these two teams met 2 weeks ago, but he might be ready now.
Had a poor showing against the Redskins 2 weeks ago, 9 for 27. I'm sure he'd like to have a big day today.
Eagles have a fine defense, 6th in the conference. Marion Campbell is the head defensive coach, and Dick Vermeil, the head coach of the Eagles, says he wouldn't trade Marion Campbell for the #1 draft choice in the league. Mark Mosley will be kicking off to lead off the game for the Washington Redskins. And he has the ball teed up, and we are set to go. Wind is going to be a factor in this game. It is a swirling wind. As you look at the flags high above the stadium, you see them blowing in opposite directions as the wind swirls in this bowl-like setting. Mosley into the football, and it is downfield. Going after it is Wilbert Montgomery. He's to the 15, to the 20. Wilbert Montgomery has room to go. And the little guy is all the way out to the 50-yard line. The Eagles are fired up like a college team. It's amazing to watch them come out when their lineups were introduced. There is their quarterback, Jaworski. His setbacks are Sullivan and Hogan. Hogan was out last week with a knee injury. The wide receivers, big Harold Carmichael and very elusive Charlie Smith. The tight end, underrated. Does not get the press he should, Keith Kreftley. And the interior blockers on the Philadelphia offensive line. Eagles breaking the huddle, 1st and 10 with excellent field position after the good return by Wilbert Montgomery. 46-yard return. Jaworski with men set to either side. Second back through is Tom Sullivan cutting back against the grain. Sullivan rips through the Redskin defensive line and cuts it down to the 36-yard line. Dusick knocked him down along with a strong safety, Houston. There's the big front 4. Ron McDowell, Bill Brundage, Dyron Talbert, and Dennis Johnson. Dusick, McClinton, and Curtis back the line, with Gerard Williams and Joe Lavender, an ex-Eagle, at the corners. Ken Houston and Jake Scott, 2 of the best at the deep safety position. First down on that, Sonny.
Great cutback by Tom Sullivan to pick up 14 yards on the Eagles' very first play from scrimmage.
The Eagles are challenging early as the game is. First back through, cutting down close to the 35, and then knocked back by the Redskins' Curtis. Curtis is picking right where he left off with the Baltimore Colts.
I understand they had a team meeting last night, and a lot of the Redskins got up and voiced their opinions about what was taking place and what they felt should happen. And usually when they have meetings such as that, they come out fired up and play a good football game.
Well, Dick Vermeil says if his team, if our guys can't get up for this one, they shouldn't be in the league. The Eagles really feel a better team than Washington, but as you pointed out, Sonny, the Redskins will fight you when they're backed up, and they are right now, the 4-4 record. 3 losses in their division. Here is Jaworski taking his time, puts the ball up, and the free football comes down to the 15-yard line as the Redskins set up the defense nicely with Houston and Lavender converging on the receiver.
He went to, Ron looked at the receiver Carmichael much too long then. He never came off of him. He indicated that he wanted to throw the ball to him very early, and he drew a crowd very quickly. George Allen, I'm sure he's concerned on this first drive that the Eagles have got down to their 35-yard line after the big run back.
3rd down and 8 now. Big play for the Eagles and the Redskin defense. Jaworski, who leads the NFL in interceptions, he's thrown 16, is too high for his tight end, Kreftley. Brundage put the rush on.
A little mix-up in the pattern then. Kreftley came across the middle, but the back, Hogan, coming out of the backfield, actually had a chance to catch the ball, and I think Kreftley thought he was going for it.
The Eagles had a great punting day last week when they beat New Orleans 28-7. The guy that's in there now, Spike Jones, rolled 3 of them inside the Saints 10, and he had them backed up all day. He kicks a weird punt on this field. He kind of chip shot it right down a low and try to roll it in. There's the deep man, Eddie Brown. There it is. Angles it in, and he does it again. He gets it down inside the 15-yard line. It's going to be out of bounds at about the 12. So the Redskins will get the football for the first time, but they'll start out in the hole. As Spike Jones does his job, he's not a deep punter, but he is an accurate one placing the ball. The Heisman at quarterback. Mike Thomas will probably get the football a lot at one setback. Clarence Harmon, the rookie, at the other.
And the wide receivers, Danny Buggs and Frank Grant, and Gene Fugit have an outstanding year. 25 receptions so far at the tight end. The offensive line, Stokes, Saul, Hoss, Hermeling, and Stark.
First and 10 now for the Redskins. We have no score in the first quarter. The Eagles are very tough against the run. Mike Thomas gets the call as they try to run a quick trap. Eagle defense very strong against the run. They play the 3-4. Manny Sistrunk, their ex-Redskin, at one end. The guy in the middle is awful tough. Johnson, a rookie out of Colorado. 4 linebackers. Bunny, Berge, he's something. Lemaster and Mahalik. Outlaw, Edwards, Logan, and Sanders play the pass defense for Philadelphia. The gain is only about a yard and a half. It's 2nd and 9. Theismann gives out quickly. Again, the Redskins try to run it right at the Philadelphia defense. Mike Thomas gets the call again. Mahalik knocked him down.
That's the type of play you like to run against that 34 defense. You try to get some movement. It's kind of a misdirection in a way because the fullback goes on one side and then Mike Thomas will cut back to the weak side after the flow of the linebackers.
We have 12 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the first quarter here at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Now they send wide receivers out to the left side in Grant and Buggs. So back the other way again to Thomas, and he runs into a bus. Charlie Johnson got him. Watch him play football. Johnson, and Lem Burnham was also on the play. And so the Redskins get nothing more than about 5 yards in their 3 plays from scrimmage, and they'll kick the ball back to the Eagles. Sonny?
That kicking game is going to be very important today. Field position, handling the ball, because down on the field before the game, Don, that wind is really whipping up, and it was tough to even throw the ball, and watching the quarterbacks warm up, they had a difficult time doing it.
Mike Bragg hits the ball very nicely. Had some wind with him. Larry Marshall will bring it back, and he's a good one. Marshall gets it back out to the 40, and a penalty marker goes down. We could have a clip against the Eagles on the return. Dallas Hickman was down on special teams.
We went a pretty good way without a penalty there. Both teams had the ball, their first possessions without a foul, and now we're going to get a clipping call on the second punt of the game.
Gene Barth, the referee. So the Eagles will be set back on the clip. 11:15 to play in the first quarter. Here's Gene Barth.
Personal foul, clipping, number 58 on the run back, first down.
Terry Tutolo, a linebacker out of UCLA, played for Dick Vermeil, the current Eagle coach in college. That was a 52-yard punt by Mike Bragg.
You can tell he had the win, huh?
That is a very tough wind to handicap, too. It's blowing every which way down there, swirling. Pitch back goes to Hogan on 1st and 10. And he is knocked down by Dyron Talbert and Harold McClinton. Redskins might be a little sore, Sonny, after coming off a Monday night game.
Now they had that short week, and it makes it a little tough. Watch this little pitch back to Hogan. You get a lead block by Lusk over there on Mike Curtis, who gets him down, but Talbot, moving laterally, comes over and make the play. Good play by Dyron Talbot.
The gain was 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 now. Almost a 5-yard pickup where they have the ball marked out close to the 30. The handoff goes to Herb Lusk, who goes ahead maybe 3 yards on the counter. Herb Lusk is a second-year back out of Long Beach State, number 32. He was knocked down by Brundage and Dusick of the Redskins.
There he is, a dancing bear. Saw Ed George, the offensive tackle for the Eagles, in the dressing room before the game. I told him to be easy on McDowell today, and he says, "Are you kidding? He just amazes me just watching him." He was amazed every time I line up against him.
In his 17th year, big Ron McDowell. 3rd down and 2 now for the Eagles. Did not get there. Redskins shut it right down. George Allen, with that computerized assessment of what the opposition's probably going to do, was looking for that.
Yes, they really jammed this up very well. Watch Dusick going in there. You see McDowell, all of them, everybody jams up. Good team defense because they do play tendencies very heavily, and they did a good job there. He's got to be pleased with the defense turning the ball back over to the offense.
Now Spike Jones is back in. He'll be banging it into the wind. He line drives it downfield. Eddie Brown comes up and fields the ball on the run at his 37. The channel of blockers is set to the right. They had blocks set, but good penetration is made. Larry Marshall came through, and Terry Totolo also did. And so the Redskins get their second possession as we still have no points up with 9:13 to play in the first quarter.
Introducing the Ford in your future, the new Ford Fairmont. A new car designed for today and the years ahead. At 33 miles per gallon highway, 23 city, Fairmont has the highest mileage ratings in its class. Yet it has 90% of the head, leg, and shoulder room of most large cars. And base sticker prices for the Fairmont line start at just $35.89. Fairmont, roomy but with mileage like a small car, and the lowest sticker price in its class. Test drive Fairmont, the newest, better idea from Ford.
This is an ultra-electronic smoke alarm from Radio Shack. It can save your life and property by detecting smoke before it's too late. And alerting you with a loud, continuous horn sound. It's on sale now at only $21.88. A small price to pay for so much peace of mind. Protect your home or business today with a low-cost Archer electronic smoke alarm. Only at Radio Shack, a Tandy company.
This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League. It is intended for the private use of our audience, and any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Philadelphia Eagles and the National Football League is prohibited. Heisman and the Redskins go on offense for a second time. Again, they go to that darting run from Mike Thomas, trying to pick his way. What's the blocking on that? They keep running that play.
A little better. That time he just kind of picks. This is aggressive, straight ahead block, and Haas did a good job. Then the right side of the line had a good block at the point of attack. He just looks for the daylight to run to, and they did a good job of it then. A little better field position than they had the first possession.
Second up and about 6 now. Heisman with a timing pattern lost the football. Might have been tipped. Hairston was coming hard from the left end, and Johnson's always coming hard from the middle guard.
I think he tried to pull it back, and he lost the grip on it. You see him blowing on his hands then. He was pumping the ball then, because Frank Grant had run a slant going back to the corner, and Joe wanted to pull it back in and reload, but the ball got away from him.
Eagles break the huddle again on defense as the Redskins align with 2 wide receivers set to the left. Heisman has people scattering, and he is picked off by Herman Edwards. That's an interception. He caught the football. Edwards, cornerback, at the ball. Rookie out of San Diego State.
This is a timing pattern. He tries to throw the turn in to Buggs. You see Buggs at the bottom of your screen just going out of the picture. Under a rush, LeMaster was running right down his throat. He threw the ball quickly. Danny planted, couldn't come back. It's picked off by Edwards.
Sears National Automotive Values. From the people who brought you die-hard batteries comes the Muzzler, the aluminized muffler from Sears. Muzzler. Only $19.99 installed. Sears announces a price rollback on the steel-belted Guardsman radio. Double steel toughness. And regular prices are reduced $36 to $68 a set at Sears.
Well, the weather up here is tough on everything.
We kind of feel good that you have a diehard.
You need a good battery in the city of Anchorage.
In Anchorage, they buy more diehards than any other battery.
I think the diehard was probably designed with Anchorage in mind.
Yeah, we depend on the diehard.
Turns that motor over just fantastic.
And so far, Sears diehard battery has been a good battery for me.
The diehard, with extra power to start your car when most batteries won't.
Turn the key over and it goes, you know that?
Sold only at Sears.
Tuesday night at 10, 9 Central Time, Lou Grant decides to investigate the competence of an eccentric judge. He gets a surprise or two himself. Watch Edward Asner as Lou Grant Tuesday night here on CBS.
It's an excellent show, isn't it?
It is very good.
Really good acting.
And it's 1st and 10 now for Philadelphia at the Eagles' 46-yard line. No score on the board in the first quarter. Don Criqui with Sonny Jurgensen, Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Temperatures 37 degrees. And the wind is gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Jaworski puts it up, and the Eagles lose the ball right back to Jake. Oh! They said he didn't get it. He got it on the one hop.
Look at Jake. Jake's going into his...
Boy, I tell you, that was close.
Bird act there. I'd like to take a look at that. Let's take a look at that and see if we can see if it hits the ground. The ball gets away again from Jaworski. It sails on him. Let's see. I don't know. Hey, that's pretty close, Jake. I tell you, looks like he got his hands under the thing.
The official is right there.
The official was there. Close call.
So the Eagles get a big break as they very nearly turn it right back over to the Redskins after intercepting Theismann a moment ago. It is now 2nd down and 10 for Philadelphia. No score in the first quarter. They go off to Hogan, and he cracks the crust and busts on through the Redskin defense down to the 40-yard line. Gain about 14 yards.
Some good blocking in the middle of that line, and it's a little trap. They let Bill Brundage go. They let him run by the play, and he followed the guard. The guard pulled. He ran by the play, and that made the hole up front for Hogan. Good tough running.
Talbot looping a little bit to the outside, too. The play went right through. And
well, they blocked back on Talbot with the center, and hoping that Brundage would follow the guard there.
The Eagles have a first down at the 40-yard line. Jaworski had the ball tipped, apparently, and he is knocked down. Here is a first quarter score from Shea Stadium in New York. The Seattle Seahawks out in front of the favored New York Jets, 7-0. Tell you, the pressure a lot of times now, Sonny, is on those teams playing the expansion teams because they're expected to win and they're feeling a little tight about it. I think a lot of teams go down to Tampa Bay like the Giants today, tight.
That's for sure. Look at this one. Buffalo leading Baltimore 7-0 in the first period.
You won't see O.J. Simpson playing there again next year, I don't think.
Well, he's indicated that he'd like to.
He'll be playing California. 2nd down and 10. Jaworski goes on a draw. Hogan dips to the outside, beats Curtis. Now Curtis gets an ankle high.
Boy, he's fast. He says he hasn't lost any speed from when he first came in the league. And he showed some of it then to cut back and chase down Hogan again. What a game that man had last Monday night. Had 11 unassisted tackles.
Well, the Redskin defense, they really kept him in it Monday night. Dancing Bear intercepted one. Fell to the earth with it. Wally Henry is now in as a wide receiver. They have him in a slot. They have 3 guys wide. 3rd and 10. Redskins came early. We'll see if they were drawn off. Good timing pattern thrown to Carmichael, but turned out short of the first down sticks.
Yes, they're coming up a little short here. Good pattern and a tough pattern to throw. Look at the sideline patterns. He has enough right there at the 30 for the first down, but he comes back, and by coming back to catch a ball, he comes up short of the first down. Having a little confab here to decide what they want to do, whether they're going to try to punt it, they're going to try a field goal. I think they're going for the field goal.
Well, it's a long one, and he's hitting it into the wind. Line of scrimmage is the 33, the 7-yard mark off from there back to the 40. He's trying to hit it from 50 yards out. Now the Eagles want to call timeout. Roman Gabriel, who holds, very wisely calls a timeout as the Redskins set up a defense that looked like it was going to come pouring right on through.
And that reception for Harold Carmichael was his 75th straight game that he's had a reception. At least one pass. Isn't that amazing?
He's amazing. 6'8".
What a target.
A strong forward. The Eagles last week held New Orleans to only 166 yards total offense, and that was a week after the Saints had rushed for over 250 yards rushing alone against the Los Angeles Rams. So the Eagles can play defense just like the Redskins can. The Eagles offense has turned the ball over too much. Next Sunday, lots more action as CBS coverage of NFL football continues. The Vikings and the Bears meet at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tampa Bay and Detroit play at Pontiac, Michigan. Atlanta and New Orleans at the Superdome. And Philadelphia in a big game goes against the Cardinals at St. Louis. Then the doubleheader action. You'll see either Dallas and the Steelers at Pittsburgh or Los Angeles at San Francisco. Doubleheader action next Sunday on CBS.
The Eagles have decided to go for it on 4th down.
4th and a long 2. They're running the ball well. They do it again. They get the first down. Backs picking their way through the Redskin defense. There's Chris Hamburger. He's very much missed. Not been in much at all this year.
Ligament damage, and I tell you, he's a tough time coming back, and I'm sure he'd like to be out there. Look at this cutback again. Hogan cuts back. The play was shut off at the point of attack, and he went back. Just a good piece of running on his part.
Eagles have a great right guard in Sizemore. You recall he was the best lineman in the country at Texas 6 years ago. And the center's good too, Guy Morris. Sullivan takes a look, turns upfield, gets it down close to the 26-yard line. Coming up to make the hit, Jake Scott and Ken Houston.
It was a big gamble for the Philadelphia Eagles. They thought it was a smart call on their part, because kicking the long field goal against the wind, if they miss it, the Redskins would have had the ball at the line of scrimmage anyway, so it was a pretty good gamble to try to go for the first down, and it paid off for them.
Now they send Carmichael out wide to the left. Matched against Lavender. Smith, who's much smaller but very quick, is wide to the right. He's up against Gerard Williams. Jaworski's taking a look deep, got it into the end zone. Carmichael looks at the football, gets a hand down it and loses it. He had Lavender looking like he was at a hoedown, turning around in circles.
They had him turned around, and you can see the trouble that the wind is causing with the football. He's throwing against the wind. You see the pattern. He runs a corner pattern. He's under a lot of pressure from Mike Curtis there. He had him beat, but look what happens. The ball is low and behind him, and again, the swirling wind had something to do with it.
Detroit has moved out in front of the Falcons 6-0 at Atlanta, first quarter score. There's no score on the board here at Philadelphia. We have 5:25 to play in the first quarter. The Eagles with Ron Jaworski at quarterback in his 4th year from Youngstown State. First 3 years you recall at the Los Angeles Rams. He's got the gun arm. He can rifle it on a line into the end zone from this distance out. Fires in the flat. Carmichael turning out on Gerard Williams, and the connection is not made, and so we come up to 4th and long for the Eagles. And Gabriel's coming out, and so is Horst Muhlman.
I don't think anybody has a completion yet.
That's right.
I think it's 0 for 6 for Jaworski so far. Yes, he did. He had the completion on the short when it came up to Carmichael, just short of the first down. That's right.
Muhlman, a world-class soccer player from Germany. There's the distance in his leg to get it up. Oh, it's blocked by the Redskins. Those special teams who were introduced before the game make the big play, as they've done time and time again.
Wendland Hall coming in for the block.
One of the Singer midgets could have blocked that, though. That was about 2 feet off the ground.
But the thing is, they were very slow in getting that ball off then, and that was the cause of it.
So we have a timeout here at Philadelphia, and still we have no score on the board, 0-0.
We're the Van Arsdales, Tom and Dick. We're identical twins, and we drink identical beers. Light beer from Miller. We love it. The best thing about light beer is it's less filling. Great taste. Less filling. It's about 1/3 less calories than the regular beer. Great taste, Tom. Less filling. And I'm not Tom. You are. I'm Dick. You think you are, but you never were.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
5 on the 50-yard line!
Hey, Charlie, it was cold last night. You put in a Prestone antifreeze?
Prestone. Who needs Prestone?
Prestone? You need Prestone.
If your antifreeze is worn out or you don't have enough, you could be in trouble. So put in a fresh fill of Prestone, too, to prevent corrosion and freeze-ups.
Prestone. We need Prestone.
Prestone. You need Prestone.
The whole weekend.
Yeah, we'll go away.
Rhoda and Mike plan a weekend, but Ma kicks up a storm. You've got to be there. Rhoda, tonight at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Back at Philadelphia, first quarter, 5:14 to play in it. Eagles have just blocked Washington has just blocked an attempted field goal by Muleman, and now the Redskins go on offense, 1st and 10. Nothing on the board. Thomas and Harmon, the setbacks. Theismann now sends one man wide, goes on a quick out pattern. The ball is caught. The hit is quickly made by Johnny Outlaw. Danny Buggs swinging out.
A little short out pattern. Good first down call by Joe.
Down at Tampa Bay, the Giants have gone in front of the Buccaneers 7-0 in the first quarter. Tampa Bay 0-22 through their first season and a half in the NFL. The Steelers have just scored on a Bradshaw to Lynn Swan pass to go in front of Cleveland, 7-3 at Pittsburgh. It's a tight division. Oh, great football it looked like now, and then it was held on. Thomas held on to the ball. Looked like he lost it from it the way he's groping, but the hit was made very quickly by Charlie Johnson, who's an interesting story. Number 65, the middle guard for the Eagles. A Vietnam War veteran, then went to the University of Colorado. Wasn't drafted until the 9th round. And he's one of the best middle guards in the league right now in his first year.
As Wendland Hall picked up the Minnesota Vikings. Comes in and makes a big play for him.
Thomas with the trap blocking up front, fights off one tackler, gets very close to a first down.
Here's a little quick draw play. A little fast draw, kind of a trap draw. And you see the block there, and he kind of loses his footing after breaking through in the open.
So it will now be a first down for the Redskins as they move the ball out to their 39-yard line. The clock running in the first quarter. 3:48 to play in it, no score.
I think that was their initial first down, wasn't it?
Might be. Grant is wide left. Eagles teeing off now, bringing their linebackers up tight on the outside as Theismann gets time now. Here's where he can go. 40, 45. Slides into second with an 8-yard gain.
Safe. He didn't. Wonder why he doesn't do a hook slide here. Let's take a look at this. The receivers recovered. Good coverage in the secondary. No one to go to. And this is what that mobility gives you. The ability to run back up the field with the thing. And very wisely, he goes in. I didn't like his slide.
Who started that sliding? Was that Tarkenton?
I think Staubach and Tarkenton both did. I don't know who gets credit for it.
Here is Theismann, an out pattern. The ball is triggered out to Frank Grant, and it will be first down yardage. They had to get the ball out across the 50. They did that. Baltimore's now on the board up at Buffalo. Linhart hit a field goal.
21-yarder, yes, but then get them on the board in the first. 7-3. Buffalo's playing well since O.J.'s been hurt. They're having to compensate. Makes everybody put
up there. Figure there's 44 other guys in the football team. Again, they go to Mike Thomas running up the middle into the Philadelphia defense. He is knocked down by Manny Sistrunk. The weather is very much football weather. Players like it. Tough to sit through. 37 degrees.
Who told you the players like it?
37 isn't bad, is it?
It's windy down there.
Windy, yeah. And there is a chance of rain. Second down and 8 now for the Redskins. They've advanced the ball, the deepest they have so far in the first quarter. Cross midfield, Theismann has time. Penalty marker's down as he puts it on the numbers of Danny Buggs at the 30. But a penalty marker went down in the Redskin backfield, and the Redskins were holding.
Boy,
so he got so much time.
That has plagued the Washington Redskins this year. Holding. You know, that offensive lineman has that split-second decision to make of, do I let my quarterback get killed or do I hold?
Number 74, offensive holding.
George Stark.
You know, Dick Vermeil came out with a strong statement about he doesn't like announcing the player's name over the loudspeaker, the guilty party.
Came out with a strong statement about the officials not too long ago, but said that was his last one after he got hit for 1,000. Like Joe Green's crusade against the officials ended. Eagles come up and play the run hard. Nothing gained back after the penalty yardage of 10 is assessed. They go to the run, and the hit is made hard by Johnson first. And so it's going to be 3rd down and 20.
This has been a fast first quarter. We're down to a minute 15 seconds in the first quarter. Very quick first quarter.
And the clock running. No score on the board. Washington nothing, Philadelphia nothing. Redskins coming into the game with a record of 4-4. The Eagles are 3-5, and 4 of their 5 losses. They were in position to score in the 4th quarter to win the game, but came up short. They're a better club than the 3-5 record. Here's Theismann putting it up, swings it out. The ball is tipped away from Clarence Harmon.
Randy Logan, and what a play he made. A diving play to knock the ball away at the last second. If he misses this ball, let's take a look at it. If he misses this, Harmon coming out of the backfield. Joe looking downfield, gets good pass protection here. Stokes does a good job. You see, a very accurately thrown ball, but look, if he misses this ball, he's going to be able to turn up the field with it.
Bragg hits another good punt downfield. Carries high. Larry Marshall, he catches it, and he meets right head on with Winland Hall, who's having a big day. He's going to get a game ball here. They win this one. He's blocked the field goal, and he's put the hit on Larry Marshall. The Eagles go back on offense with nothing up yet.
With the price of most things going up, the sticker price of Pinto, the best-selling American small car, is coming down. As of October 3rd, new 78 model Pintos with more standard features will have a lower sticker price than last year's model comparably equipped. Important features are now standard, like AM radio, power front disc brakes, rear window defroster, tinted glass, and protective body side moldings. Ford Pinto, the best-selling American small car. Now more car for the money than last year. At Ford, the better ideas keep coming.
Excuse me, do they serve clams here?
No, and they don't serve turkeys either.
Pardon, monsieur. It's your clothes. You'd look better in Hagar slacks. Or a Hagar sport coat and slacks. Even a Hagar vested suit. A variety of outfits at prices that are easy to swallow. Voilà, monsieur. Table for one?
Make that a table for 2.
Hagar, because looking good makes you feel good.
We are back at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia with 43 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Eagles have the ball after their punt returner, Larry Marshall, was popped hard by Winland Hall. Just there it is.
His man Edwards didn't do a job for him, man. He let Winland Hall run free on him.
Maryland football fans remember Larry Marshall. He was the MVP for the Terrapins back in 1971, originally drafted by Kansas City. He's the Eddie Brown of the Eagles. Mike Hogan running and picking his way, comes out across the 25-yard line, close to the 29. A very good gain, about 9 yards on the pickup as McDowell and Gerard Williams were on the stop for Washington.
Good blocking by Herb Lusk then on Brad Dusick, tying him up. Didn't knock him off his feet, but Brad had to get tied up and spin out of it.
There's a big game down at the Orange Bowl. Nothing between the Patriots and the Dolphins. New England, this could be adios if they lose today.
Yeah, that's big. They need that. You know, they've been coming on, playing a little better. They did a job on Baltimore a couple of weeks ago. Seattle's leading the Jets now 7-0 in the first quarter. Jim Dorn, an 18-yard pass to Don Testerman.
Yeah, you could actually, in that AFC East, come out of that thing with an 11-3 record and not make the playoffs.
That's right.
The way it's breaking down right now. The first quarter just came to an end here at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia with the score Washington 0 and Philadelphia 0.
Come on, Harry, come on. We're getting our picture taken.
Special moments. Times of your life you'll want to remember in pictures.
Smile, Harry. Smile.
To help make those pictures look as good as they can, make sure Kodak paper is behind them. If you don't see these words, it isn't Kodak paper. Just look for this sign when you get your pictures. Kodak paper, for a good look at the times of your life.
See, wasn't that fun?
Who is the #1 investment firm in the East?
Who is the #1 investment firm in the Midwest? Who is the #1 investment firm in the South? Who is the #1 investment firm in the West? You know who. Merrill Lynch. All around America, more investors turn to Merrill Lynch than any other investment firm. Sure, there are lots of investment firms, but there's only one Merrill Lynch.
Panasonic invites you to take a picture of a voice with a Panasonic cassette tape recorder.
Things was a lot different than it is now.
All with built-in mics. Some with built-in radios. There are pocket models.
Should last another 50 years.
And even some that record in stereo.
Say something. Come on, speak something.
So take a picture of a voice with Panasonic.
Say something, bark.
With Sonny Jurgensen, this is Don Criqui back at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Eagles have the ball as we open the second quarter. There's no score. Ron Jaworski, the quarterback, opens up his backfield and an offset. Wrong left, they come back the other way as Herb Lusk runs hard. Not very far, though, as he crosses the 30. The big Redskins, and they are big. Brundage at 278 pounds, knocked him down. The Eagles have a little advantage off the field. They've got the heated seats.
You see the feet, how they go, have a heated bench, and you see those holes? They put their feet back in those holes. And you see what they do to the Redskins?
They won't even sit on it. It's so bad.
It's cold over there.
Very negative, as George. Won't even sit on that thing. Redskins are lining the sidelines. They want to win a football game. So do the Eagles. This one might not see many points go up because they both play a lot of defense. On the run, Dyron Talbert and Bill Brundage converge on Hogan.
Watch the defense here move to the point of attack. You see everybody taking their little pursuit angles coming over. See Mike Curtis there just waiting to make sure that he goes in, and he just kind of observed that play. Baltimore is leading Buffalo 10-7 now. Lydell Mitchell got Baltimore ahead with a 6-yard run.
Redskins will enjoy a trip to Buffalo in December.
Uh-oh, a loose ball. A lot of people.
Almost. I don't know. The Redskins are trying to strip the ball. Carl Lorch, number 71, who's full grown.
Watch this now. Watch how close this ball comes getting lost right here.
Who wants that ball? Clinton wants that ball.
Oh, McClinton made a good play, didn't he? Played his blocker off.
Third down coming up now for the Philadelphia Eagles. 3rd and 4. The ball is at their 37-yard line. Wide to left is Carmichael. In the slot to the left, Wally Henry. And wide to the right is Charlie Smith. Jaworski might be gunning it right over the middle. Like to dip that Henry in there. He takes a look. Jaworski took a look, and that was the end. He who hesitates. McDowell got him.
Boy, good coverage. Excellent coverage, and didn't allow Jaworski to throw the ball. And there he goes. I can't understand. What's he doing back there with the quarterback? He talks about hanging around the line of scrimmage. You see the coverage here. You see the rush coming in. And who's behind him there? And a little help from Brundo. They're business partners, you know.
Snap back at an angle. They want to stay away from that wide rush. Spike Jones hits the ball high, but Eddie Brown will bring it back. Fast Eddie Brown gets it out across the 45-yard line, and there is a penalty marker down, 2 of them down, at about the 45-yard line of Philadelphia.
This is going to be a coverage violation. It looks like the one back at the line of scrimmage.
There's a holding signaled against Washington by an Eagle player. Now, that doesn't count till we get it from a striped shirt.
That makes it an automatic first.
That's right.
Another break for the Philadelphia Eagles here.
Eagle offense is starting to come back out. We'll wait for the official word from Gene Bart.
Get a double foul. We'll replay the down. Ineligible man downfield for offense. Defensive holding. Replay.
Thank you, Gene.
Do it all over again. Eddie Brown drops back again. 5'11", 190. University of Tennessee. 3 in animal science. Takes care of Fisher's horses. Skins were coming hard. The ball is drilled downfield, and Eddie Brown takes it back at his 20, and he could have a problem right now. Eddie Brown is chopped to the 27-yard line. And there, the Redskins will go on offense, 1st and 10.
We got some people down on the field, and we could have a couple of injuries here.
2 Eagles were laid down hard on that play. We'll have a timeout now.
Introducing a new 1978 Ford Granada, the ESS. Can you tell it from this impressive $20,000 Mercedes 280 SE? Granada. Mercedes. Granada. Mercedes. Granada. Mercedes. The new Ford Granada ESS. See how close you can come to the look of a $20,000 Mercedes at the price of a Granada. When America needs a better idea, Ford puts it on wheels.
There's this big argument going on about light beer from Miller.
Right.
Some guys argue the best thing about it that it's less filling. Well, that's true. It has a third less calories than their regular beer. Other guys say the best thing about it is its great taste.
Here, here.
I feel very strongly both ways. After all, I'm not the kind of a guy who ever gets into an argument.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Central, it's the CBS Sports Spectacular, an outstanding lineup of programming, televised live from Milan, Italy. Victor Galindez, the world light heavyweight boxing champion, defends his title against Eddie Gregory of Brooklyn, who says he's the hottest thing in Brooklyn since the Dodgers. Galindez has not been beaten in his last 34 bouts. And then a big thoroughbred event, the Turf Classic, over 1.5 miles for 3-year-olds and up. Some of the top horses in the country. Johnny D, Majestic Light, Exceller, all entered in that one. And then the World's Strongest Men competition. This weekend they'll be picking up cars. That's next Saturday on the CBS Sports Spectacular. Pitch back quickly to Thomas. Eagles greet him. Drew Mahalik takes the throw. Drew Mahalik, who co-captained a national championship team at Notre Dame, coming up from the outside linebacker and makes the hit behind the line.
Boy, what a defensive play here by the Eagle defense. John Bunning coming over. You see Thomas, no place to go, goes back the other way. There's Mahalik, has him, and Harrison comes in. A lot of people around that football. Pittsburgh now gone up 14-3 over Cleveland in the second period.
They own the Browns at Three Rivers. Browns haven't won there in 7 years. Theismann takes a look, darts outside. He can go. He bails out. But he got back a lot of the lost yardage. They'd lost 10 yards in the previous play, and Theismann came back on the run to gain about 13 or 14.
He's going to be
Bunning ran him out.
He's going to be the leading ground gainer. George has got to be concerned about what's taking place. He wants to see more offense. That's what he's wanted to see all year. Here it is again. Good coverage again in the secondary. You see Berge coming around on a blitz.
Picked him off nicely.
Joe comes back.
You know you don't want to get hit by that 65.
It's a long run for those defensive linemen. Good smart play getting out of bounds. Look at that, 2 rushes, 22 yards.
The 3rd and 6 is coming up now for the Redskins at their 31. Theismann has time. He throws. He's got a first down. Mike Thomas swung out of the backfield, held his ground, waited for the defense to open up. It did. It spread out, and then Theismann put it on his numbers. Mahalik knocked them down, but it's a first down for the Redskins. Their best play so far.
They did. Good call and a good possession type pass. Both backs out of the backfield hooking up, and he took his choice reading the defense. Went to the right man.
These teams very evenly matched. They both give up about the same amount of yardage on defense.
That was Mr. Talbot talking to Bill Brundage.
Theismann to put it up again. Now the pass coverage breaks down, and Theismann goes down at the 37-yard line. Carl Hairston, big guy to Maryland Eastern Shore, 78 was the first guy. And Charlie Johnson, the middle guard, was also on the play. Now the Dolphins have gone in front of New England in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was a 1-yard run by Gary Davis.
Whoever he is.
Yes.
One of those new backs at Miami. He can play, apparently. Dolphins go into that game 6-2. New England 5-3. And, of course, New England's without its all-pro tight end Russ Francis for about a month. Buffalo Bills not only beat the Patriots, they broke some of the big guys' ribs.
That's right.
2nd and 12, they go to a draw, and on the run is Clarence Harmon.
Going to have to go upstairs with it again here.
Charlie Johnson was on the stop. Johnson wasn't drafted until the 9th round out of Colorado. He comes out now as they put their pass rush unit in. Pete Lazatich, big nose tackle out of Stanford, in the lineup.
Talking to Len Haas about Lazatich, and he says there's no break when Pete Lazatich comes in the game.
Heisman takes a drop, puts it up. Oh, that very nearly was the Philadelphia Eagles. Randy Logan had his hands on the ball, and Mike Thomas came over and might have knocked it away. Very nearly a second interception. So Mike Bragg comes back out as the Eagle defense stops the Redskin offense again. And still with no score on the board, Philadelphia will get it back here in the second quarter.
Let's see what Mike Bragg elects to do here, kicking against this strong wind.
He's standing at his 26-yard line. Good snap, a good punt. He really ripped the one into the rim. Marshall back inside the 20. Look at the Redskins cover. Boy, this special teams come down. About 8 guys got a click on you.
They had 8 guys on the football then. 8 guys. 2 people were back, and there's one over to the right. 8 of them on that football.
There's a hold signal, though, against the Philadelphia Eagles on the play.
That'll be a first down.
Yep, here come the Redskins back out on offense. Ted Fritsch was the first man down. What does George do to get those guys to play such great special teams?
He emphasizes it. It's a major part of the practice schedule. A lot of teams don't emphasize it. I think George was the first to emphasize it as much as he did. And by putting so much emphasis, they...
Defensive holding, number 49, before the kick, first down.
Eric Johnson got called for the hold. But putting so much pressure, you see Billy there. And looks like he's a little cold, doesn't he? I told him to get him a hot dog. A cup of coffee and a hot dog on the sideline.
The Redskins get the first down on a penalty, and now they come back to the smashing run, but there's a free football, and Thomas lost the ball, and the Eagles get it. So the subsequent play after the good special teams coverage by the Redskins actually cost them a lot of ground. They're having to hold one of the Redskins off. Mike
Thomas. He didn't think he'd fumble.
You can't get it back now, Mike. It's gone.
That was the first time I've seen Mike. He made an excellent move to get on the run then. He came up and fumbled the ball. Hey, I'm sure he's upset about it. It's obvious.
So the Eagles will get the ball, and here is probably an unsportsmanlike conduct, and that's a big one. 15 yards. There it is.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 22, first down.
So Thomas lost the ball and an additional 15 yards with...
He compounded the mistake.
So now with the fumble recovery and the subsequent penalty, the Eagles have their best field position down at the 36-yard line. The best field position of the second quarter. Still no score on the board. The handoff goes to Mike Hogan. Got to work for those running yards against the Redskins as Mike Thomas puts his gloves on and tries to get it together.
He's just, nobody likes to make a mistake like that, and being in a contest like this, highly emotional contest, and then what happens? You say something to an official, and you made 2 mistakes.
Yeah. Second down coming up now for Jaworski and the Eagles. The ball at the 33-yard line of Washington. First back through is Hogan. Boy, they're getting some crap blocking, ripping the Redskin front four. They're getting the linebackers going with the flow, and then they're crap blocking.
Their offensive line really coming off on the ball. Let's take a look. You see Hogan just takes a little lead step. George does a good job on the outside on McDowell because the play looked like it was going wide, and that's what they wanted, and Hogan just cut back against the grain a little bit.
Mike Hogan's a 210-pound fullback from Tennessee at Chattanooga in his second year. Coming off a knee injury, kept him out of game. Sullivan and Hogan, 2 lower round draft choices. Now they go right back to Hogan, and the Redskins read it, and this time they don't let him cut back.
Not only did they read the play, Don, but they overshifted the line that way. and Jaworski couldn't get out, get to an audible. I'm sure he's concerned about that. He ran right to the strength of the defense.
That time Curtis didn't go wide. Look at that guy going out. He went right in and made the hit along with Dusek. Full complement of Eagle coaches. That's Vermeil, the head coach, with the headset on. He's got a fired-up team.
He's talking about the number of losses they've had. 5 losses, 4 of them have been within 6 points.
4 losses by a total of 20 points. Jaworski plays vacant, loops the ball up. Sullivan is there. It is touchdown Philadelphia. No markers that we can see. The play will go. Beautifully done. Jaworski froze the defensive backs with a play fake. And then dropped back, and Sullivan was cruising.
An excellent call, and he did. He fooled the defense in completely because somebody should have been with Tom Sullivan.
Boy, they had that one working. That was right off the blackboard. Eagles go 36 yards after the fumble recovery, and then the penalty you'll recall of 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct. That's what set it up. 36 yards in 4 plays. Horst Muhlman will try the point after. It is up and good. And so we have 7 minutes and 16 seconds left to play in the first half. And the Philadelphia Eagles have put the first points up. They lead the game at 7-0.
Except for the insurance and closing.
Oh, well, what insurance company?
Ah, they're all the same.
Allstate's different.
Different? How?
We give a 10% discount for newer homes.
Oh?
It's a 10% discount.
Now 10% off our rate.
On basic homeowners insurance for houses 5 years old or less.
Allstate's different, all right.
Good hand.
Oh, boy.
When it takes being different to be better, Allstate will do it.
That's a promise from us. They're good hands, people.
Announcing a unique new motor oil from Exxon Research that can actually save money. New Golden Natural Uniflow. Uniflow was tested in cars like yours. After break-in, it delivered an overall average of 16 extra miles per tank full. Savings like that could cut your gasoline bill the equivalent of about 3 cents a gallon. New Uniflow motor oil is Exxon's best engine protection ever. It conserves gasoline, saves money.
Sorry to bust up the game, fellas, but I'm Barbara Rhodes, and I thought you might like my address and my number.
Busting Lows, Wednesday at 8:30, 7:30 Central and Mountain.
Dick Vermeil and the Eagles get the first points of the game as Jaworski loops one up and Sullivan runs under it, beat the linebacker covering. And the Eagles go in front 7-0 with 7:16 to play in the first half. Muhlman kicks off, not too deep. Eddie Brown brings it across the 20, across the 30, and Eddie Brown has finally run out of bounds. Coming down to get him was Martin Mitchell.
Let's take a look at that touchdown play again. What's your good fake? Jaworski's already gone back fake, and you'll see right here trailing the play, Mike Curtis. Kenny Houston came over to throw a shot at him, but Curtis got beat. He's so aggressive, and he likes to get in there and hit people. I told you last time about let's get in a defense where I can hurt somebody. And he was over aggressive then, and it cost him.
That's what Curtis said?
Yes.
Theismann puts up a timing pattern, but too high for Frank Grant. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Redskins at their 35. A big CBS sports special is coming up next Friday night at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You will see unbeaten heavyweight Leon Spinks, the gold medal winner from the Montreal Olympics, taking on the unbeaten Italian heavyweight champion Alfio Righetti. That is live from Las Vegas at 11:30 Eastern Time next Friday night here on CBS.
And Righetti has 14 knockouts.
He's been hit. Doesn't Spinks. Eagles might have encroached. Markers go down. Ball is put up. Incomplete at the 50, but the Redskins might get penalty yardage here as it looked like the Eagles jumped early.
I think it did. They went into that zone and couldn't get back out of it.
They're now in the second quarter at Orchard Park, New York. Baltimore opening up over the Bills after falling behind 7-0 in the first quarter. The Colts looking to annex their 8th win. Now up 17-7. Lydell Mitchell got
Number 78.
He's had 2 touchdown runs. Last one 18 yards.
It'll be 2nd down and 5 after the penalty against Philadelphia. Eagles got a little anxious as they tee up now their front three down linemen. They almost play a 5-man front a lot of the time because the linebackers are up so tight on the outside. Look, it's a 5-man line, really. 5-2 it deploys as. Free football, but there's penalty markers down also. I think the play might have been dead. Looks like it's going to be a hold again against the Washington Redskins unless the play was still going because Theismann lost it.
They call holding. But let's see if Theismann loses the ball. Let's watch this thing. Here he goes back. He gets a rush here. Right here is where he loses the ball. And that ball is down. Oh, I tell you, they have a right. They're booing here in Veterans Stadium. They have a right to. He did lose. The ball got knocked out of his hand. They wanted to play.
Offensive holding, number 74, refused.
Big
3rd down.
Big break for the Redskins there.
George Stark, who was called for holding earlier, gets one negated as the penalty is refused.
They apparently did not think that he had fumbled the ball and the play had been blown dead, but he was still scrambling and moving a little bit when the ball was knocked out of his hands.
3rd down, 13. Theismann throws long. Grant's going for the ball. Reverend Udvards bumped in a little bit, but apparently it's Rulli who's going for the football, and so it goes as a long out, and the Redskins will have to punt the ball back to Philadelphia. The Eagles are coming out, shaking fists in the air. It's some footmen are coming down from sold out Veterans Stadium now.
Yes, it is.
Crowd of about 66,000 is here. And there is Mike Bragg in to punt the ball.
Boy, he hit a big one last time. 2 punts there. For look at the 44. That's more than he averages.
Ehlers was coming hard looking to block it. Bragg is even hitting the ball well into this gusting wind. Larry Marshall takes it. Darts ahead. And a penalty marker goes down. Usually a clip against the return team.
Yeah. How many times do you see any punting play, any type play? There's more flags on punts than anything else.
There's a lot of guys who can fake getting clipped pretty well.
Yes, you practice that.
Only way to get the easy yard.
Well, it's easy to turn when the man is hitting you from the side, to turn a little bit, and therefore he gets into the back of your legs, and he's called for clipping. That was a 36-yard punt against the wind that time.
Personal foul, clipping, number 31 on the run back, 1st down.
Wilbert Montgomery, Larry Marshall's running mate when they returned punts, was the man who was called for the clip, and so the Eagles with a 7-0 lead will go on offense 1st and 10 at their 21.
The closer you shave, boy.
The closer you shave, boy.
The more you will need.
The more you will need.
Great balls of comfort.
Great balls of comfort.
To do it with ease.
Great balls of comfort.
Oh, just let Noxema.
Noxema.
Premium.
Great balls of comfort to you.
The closer you shave, the more you need soothing, medicated Noxema.
Great balls of comfort to you. Woo!
For the millions of people who need a full-size car, introducing the 1978 Ford LTD. If you need 6-passenger space, if you need a roomy trunk, if you want mileage like this, then the full-size 1978 Ford LTD could be just the car for you. LTD, a better idea from Ford.
We are back at Veterans Stadium, and the Steelers have gone in front of Cleveland 21-3 as Bradshaw threw for another. On the play as Dyron Talbert closed down quickly. Herb Lusk got the call.
Redskins have now gone, looking at Ron Jaworski there, the Redskins, since the first quarter against Philadelphia 3 weeks ago, gone 8 quarters now without a touchdown.
That's right. It's a while. Second down and 8 now for Philadelphia. Again, they open up the backfield. Hogan and Lusk are the setbacks. Herb Lusk tries to run wide, and it's probably the toughest team in football to run wide against.
Good play by Bill Brundage and Brad Dusick then coming over to making that play.
Ron Jaworski awaits the play to come in, and it comes in on the speedy feet of little Wally Henry.
It's a good way to get it in there. The quickest man to get it out there, huh?
A lot of quarterbacks don't like calling their own plays.
Don't like calling their own plays?
I say Jaworski feels less pressure on him.
I'm sure you just go out and all you have to do is execute. But part of the fun of playing quarterback is thinking the game.
Well, eventually they plan to have him call his own, but this is his first year with the team in the new offense. Hogan runs it ahead, gets tough yards, and gets first down. Very good run.
Excellent run here. Watch you straight ahead. You see the block on Dusick right here. And watch him spin out of this tackle here. That was Talbot trying to make the tackle, and he slipped out. And there's the Dancing Bear coming across. And also Jake Scott in on the tackle. Picks up a first down. Enough for the first down.
The first half is winding down as Hogan has now rushed for 64 yards and 12 carries. We have 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. The Eagles lead the game 7-0. A touchdown pass from Jaworski to Sullivan. Our football. Left side of the Eagle offensive line, just zone blocking, hitting anything in a white shirt. And Lusk runs behind and into it.
The Colts have gone up 24-7 over Buffalo in the second period now. Roosevelt leaks on a 2-yard run to give them their last points. I'm wondering if we might see number 17 in the second half.
I think there's some thought being given to that.
I think so. He got a lot of work in practice, and it's a possibility we could see him in the second half.
Billy Kilmer started the first part of the season for Washington. Now Theismann has started his third consecutive game here today. Handoff, free football, and Jaworski gets it back. Ron Jaworski, and that would have been a big break for the Redskins. They'd have had the ball inside the Eagle 30.
Well, that ball stayed out there a long time. Watch a recovery here by Ron Jaworski. You see right there, carrying a little loose. Mike Curtis knocks it loose, but look how long that ball's out there. No one around it. And watch Jaworski protecting that hand and pulls it in with his left hand. Just protecting. When you got that bad hand and you have to go down on that AstroTurf after it, it's not fun.
Nobody's ever accused him of not being tough. He got a concussion and a broken thumb on the same play against the Cowboys. Never missed it down. It was right before halftime. Went in and came right out and quarterbacked the second half. And they almost won the game. They were ahead 7-6 in the fourth quarter. Hogan is tearing up the Redskin defense with these power runs. He's breaking tackles.
Big, strong runner. And then they win the nickel defense then. And, of course, they did what Redskins had the Eagles do exactly what they wanted to. They forced them to run instead of putting it up in the secondary, instead of putting that thing up in it, and they come up short of the first down.
Mark Murphy, a young free agent from Colgate, was the man who made the stop. Now Spike Jones is in the punt for Philadelphia. Eddie Brown is playing up. He's not expecting a deep punt. Almost blocked by the Redskins. Maybe he's expected to be blocked. Fair catch is signaled for and made back at the 22-yard line. Redskins came very close to getting the football. Next Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time, you'll see Celebrity Challenge of the Sexes, a presentation of CBS Sports. You'll see some of the great stars in American television like Farrah Fawcett Majors and Valerie Perrine, David Cassidy. Our own Phyllis George will be playing ping pong against Steve Garvey of the Dodgers. Farrah Fawcett will play tennis against Dick Van Patten. And we have a skateboarding between Bruce Jenner, the decathlon man, and Christy McNichol. Many other events, many other stars performing in the Celebrity Challenge of the Sexes next Sunday night, November 20th at 8 o'clock Eastern time on CBS.
They had a little mixed up. The Eagles lined up and had to use a timeout because Frank LeMaster had failed to come on to get in the as one of the linebackers for the Eagles. They were going to be playing with 10 men.
That's twice now the Eagles all haven't been on the same page and had to take a timeout.
That's something you don't like to see as a coach. It's Joe getting a little information from the booth upstairs.
Instead of getting a free one in 7 seconds, we're coming down to the 2-minute warning. 2:07 to play in the first half.
Theismann's passing in the first half has been 3 for 9 for 18 yards and an interception.
And his counterpart, Jaworski, has. We'll get that for you in a moment. Jaworski. It is 1st and 10 for the Washington Redskins at their 22-yard line. Handoff goes to Thomas. Again, they run the power blocks. And Thomas gets out across the 25. Jaworski's 2 of 8. 29 yards, almost all of it on the touchdown throw. So now we have the 2-minute warning given here at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. When we come back, the Redskins will have the ball 2nd and 6.
Come on, old trademark. Time for your walk. Where will you take me? Sure wish you could talk. I know what you'd tell me. How your family began with the same Levi's blue jeans worn by this man. Hey, here comes more Levi's, red, yellow, and blue. Freewheeling kiddos are wearing them, too. And what a surprise. Look who's been window shopping for clothes. Yeah, a gal in her Levi's instinctively knows of your special appeal. Enough of this kissing, little registered mark. Time that we meet some guys by the park. Dressed in your newest edition. Sums it up right there. Levi's Sportswear. Hey, trademark. This looks like the place where tomorrows begin. Your family's future. Sure looks like it should. That's right, little trademark. Levi's don't have to be blue. Just have to be good.
At halftime, we'll be switching to CBS Sports Control in New York, where Brent Musburger and Irv Cross are standing by with action highlights updating all the action in the NFL. Theismann looks to throw, and again, he reloaded, and that was adios. Here's Adam and Charlie Johnson.
Good pressure. He stayed in the pocket, and they didn't come out of the pocket. Stayed in, but he stayed in a little long here. Let's take a look. Fakes a draw going back. Has some time right there if he wants to throw, but he can't find anybody. Comes down with it, and Harrison makes a sack.
That shows you by the Eagle defense and how they've improved. 31 sacks already, and this is the 9th game. 19 all of last year. They've got that great middle punch. The middle guard, Charlie Johnson, and right behind him, Berge, just scoops everything up like a disposal.
The New York Giants are leading Tampa Bay in the second quarter. Joe Danello hit a 43-yard field goal. They're leading 10-0 now.
So Tampa Bay is heading south again. 0-23 it looks like. John McKay says our fans are cheering for anything now. They cheer a particularly smooth entrance of our team onto the playing field. They're about 2 good offensive linemen for being a pretty good football team, though.
Very close to being a good football team. I've seen them play a couple of times, and I'm impressed. That defense is really playing well. And to have to go out and play as often as they have to play, as much time as they spend on the football field.
That was the 3rd time that Joe Theismann has been sacked here in the first half. 16 yards and losses. Do you think, Sonny, that we might see Gilmer come out?
I would think so. Joe is, they...
Time to change pitchers.
Well, they might want to do that to see if they can change the effect of the game.
Now 3rd down and 12 at the 20. Go to the draw. Mike Thomas makes good use of it. All the way up for a first down. He's out to the 34-yard line. John Bunting finally ran him down as the Eagles were looking for the pass, very obviously. Redskins go into alignment without the huddle now. The pre-called play is set up as Theismann looks to an out pattern, and he throws the ball away to stop the clock with 1:36 left to play in the first half. The Eagles continue to lead the game 7-0. They scored in the second quarter after Mike Thomas of the Redskins fumbled the ball to 50. There was a subsequent unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Thomas. That moved the ball 15 yards closer, and shortly thereafter, Jaworski lofted a touchdown pass to Tom Sullivan, who had sprung out of the backfield and was uncovered. Those are the only points so far. The Redskins have proved them not to near points in this game. Theismann fires hard. Dugan has it all. Another first down. He's not done yet. Fugit turns the corner inside the 45. Danny Buggs gets the ball, and Buggs comes inside the 40 and down close to, let's see where they'll mark him out of bounds, at the 35-yard line. Herman Edwards and Randy Logan ran him out of bounds.
Good play here, good protection. Look at him back in the pocket, sets up, throws the ball. Well, makes a good throw, just gets it around the linebacker there. LeMaster, you see him coming. He almost got to that sidelines. If Buggs had gotten to the sidelines, he'd have had an awful lot of running room. Watch him, it's just a center pattern, a crossing pattern. Goes down about 15 yards and cuts straight across. Good reception.
That's a live action now. The Redskins go to the run, and Clarence Harmon digging hard, trying to get out of bounds, coming back. Gets it inside the 30 to the 29. Redskin fans have made it up. Bring up second down and short yardage now. Theismann play faking, fires deep, too long. Again, he was looking at Buggs. Danny Buggs out of West Virginia. Had 4.3 speed in the 40, they said, in college. And the Giants drafted him number 3. They felt he had about 5-second hands, though. He never caught a ball, I don't think, in almost 2 seasons there.
Yeah, they can take that rap off of him.
That's right. He's done a big job here.
He has. He's come in for Charlie Taylor and has been catching the ball and run with it well. And if they've had to rely on him, and you have to admire the pressure he's been under to come in and do the job that he's done. That ball got away from Theismann the last time.
There we call in the first meeting between the Redskins and the Eagles. Theismann drilled 2 to Fugit on post patterns. About this far out. Third down coming up. 4 yards to go. 1:02 left to play in the first half. Theismann drills. The ball is stripped from Fugit. He went to Fugit, but right there was the strong safety, Randy Logan.
Watch Fugit at 84, right at the right of your screen, going a crossing pattern, going underneath. Joe makes a good throw, but again, Randy Logan, man on the spot, knocks that ball away. The Redskins are going to go for a field goal. Are they going to line up for one anyway?
Yep, Theismann's the holder, of course. The Eagles are bringing people out on the flanks now. Mark Mosley, who's been doing a good job for Washington, hits the ball into the wind. It looks like the wind held it up.
Did it ever?
That was amazing. That ball just stopped. If he was hitting it the other way, it would have been good by a mile. That wind is gusting, and it was very strong. And so Mosley, who was into the ball nicely, did not have enough to meet the wind. And so with 49 seconds left to play in the first half, the Eagles get the ball back.
Yes, I'm sure they're content to go in. They don't want to make any mistakes here. They want to make sure they hold on to that football with 49 seconds left. Kansas City is leading the Bears 7-0 in the first period. Mike Livingston, the quarterback, on a 1-yard run.
Kansas City gave the game ball last week after that victory to the coach who'd been fired the week before. The Eagles are going to be content to go to the locker room with a 7-0 lead as they're going to let the clock wind down. 43 seconds left to go in the first half and running. James Betterson, a big back from North Carolina, got the call. He got ahead for 3. As you see the clock winding down. First half closing out with the Redskins trailing the Philadelphia Eagles 7-0 here at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Don Criqui with Sonny Jurgensen on a cold, windy day. Temperature in the mid-30s, the winds gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Jaworski takes a look at the defense. Hands off to Sullivan. They're going to keep it conservative, and that is probably the last play of the first half as the Eagles start to head for the locker room, and so do the Redskins. McClinton and Carl Lorch were on the stop. And the Redskins just called a timeout, and all the Eagles have to come back.
Why do you do that? Only thing you can hope for is a fumble here from the snapper center. And like, if they want to stay out in the cold, let them stay out in the cold.
Going to kick that heated bench. We're going to keep you out there in the field when we have to.
Kilmer was already in the dressing room. He had to come all the way back from the tunnel.
So it will be third down now coming up for the Philadelphia Eagles, and this will be the last play of the first half. Barring something unusually bizarre.
And this makes 9 quarters without a touchdown for the Washington Redskins.
Building a case for Kilmer. Schwartz. He's not even going to risk the handoff. He's going to fall on it. And so the gun sounds and the first half comes to an end. The Philadelphia Eagles, who lost to the Washington Redskins 23-17 2 weeks ago at RFK Stadium in Washington, play the good sound defense and now go to the locker room with a 7-0 lead. But this is still very much a football game, as Dick Vermeil is staying on the field to protest something. He wants to get some definition from the officials. Vermeil's going out with a big hoss there. 6'8" is Harold Carmichael.
David may have been asking about that fumble earlier that with Theismann had lost the ball, and he wanted an explanation of what the call was, whether or not they called fumble, the play was dead, or what actually took place there. But it was a big turnaround for the Philadelphia Eagles.
7-0 the score at the half. We'll be going very shortly to New York to CBS Sports Control, where Brandon Irver standing by to update all the action. This is the 9th week of the National Football League season. Some very big matchups. This is one of them. The Washington Redskins needing a victory to stay in it. George Allen said before this game that our destiny's still in our hands. If we win the rest, we're going to be in the playoffs. But right now, the Eagles, favored to win this game, have the lead at the half.
These kids are playing with Mr. Quarterback, the automatic football passer from Coleco. To start the action, set the timer, choose the pass you want, cock the arm, and get ready. Hut, hut, run your pattern. A perfect pass every time. Great catch, touchdown. With Mr. Quarterback, the automatic football passer, you can run all kinds of pass plays. It's fun with a whole group, one-on-one, or even by yourself. Mr. Quarterback from Coleco.
Here's to good friends.
Here we go.
Tonight is kind of special.
Hey, we almost gave up and sent out for Pete's. Sorry. All I could get were lobsters and Lowenbrow. All I could get were lobsters and Lowenbrow. Well, it's the last party of the summer. I figured I'd shoot the word.
When you want the taste of a truly great beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
Well, like the song says, here's to good friends.
Mr. Highboom.
Huh?
Mr. Highboom.
Yes?
Yeah, look, we understand that you're taking a trip with us tomorrow.
Trip?
Yeah, well, we want you to know that Avis is working right now.
Avis?
It's vacuuming your car, checking the oil, brakes, even the air in the spare tire.
Spare tire.
One of the ways Avis tries harder is working at night, so you're ready in the
Harder?
morning. Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's a Chrysler Cordoba, and it's blue. See you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
We try harder, Avis will know another way.
Mom, I'm going away for the weekend.
Brenda.
Rhoda finally breaks the news to Mom, and she's a big girl now. Then Julia gets busted, and there's no breaking out.
Can't all go to that, sweetheart. You want to see something pretty?
On Our Own, following Rhoda, tonight at 8, 7 Central and Mountain. Next Sunday, CBS Sports presents Celebrity Challenge of the Sexes. With 22 television and movie stars, an exciting head-to-head competition. That's next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Celebrity Challenge of the Sexes.
Pittsburgh has just gone ahead of Cleveland 28-3. Now let's check in on all the scores around the league. Detroit leading Atlanta 6-0. They are just about paired to start the third quarter. The New York Giants and Tampa Bay. The story here, the Buccaneers 4 times have failed to get any points at all inside the 20-yard line. Stopped twice inside the 5. And the game you're watching, Philadelphia leading Washington by 7 at the half. Seattle and the New York Jets, 7-0, second quarter. It is a tough, windswept afternoon in Shea Stadium. It's going to be a very difficult game to kick a field goal in. Baltimore leading Buffalo 24-7 after the Bills scored first. And here is the Steelers score. As Irv Cross says, when the money goes up and the stakes are raised, look out for the Steelers. 28-3, the Steelers. Brian Sipe has been knocked out. Dave Mays now quarterbacking the Browns. Miami leads New England at the half by 7. Gary Davis, who replaced Benny Malone, who's gone into Don Shula's doghouse for not running hard enough, scored the Dolphins' only touchdown. Los Angeles and Green Bay and Milwaukee are scoreless. San Francisco and New Orleans in the Superdome are scoreless. And in Soldier Field, Kansas City leads Chicago by a score of 7-0. So, Irv, with lovely Phyllis out in California on Challenge of the Sexes, you get to do the music story this week.
I get to do the music story, and it'll still be a lovely story, believe it or not.
Tell you what it is, though, Brent. Don Coryell's St. Louis Cardinals got off to a dismal start this season, winning only one of their first 4 games. But now, suddenly, the Cardinals look like a true superpower. The past 2 weeks, they've demolished opponents by a combined score of 55-7. And in the words of vocalist Maureen McGovern, the Cardinals finally seem to have found their morning after.
Irv, the morning after for either the Cardinals or the Dallas Cowboys would have to be Tuesday because, of course, they play tomorrow night. And the NFL Today will continue on CBS right after these messages from your local stations.
Having lost out in the matrimonial derby herself, Joyce turns matchmaker on The Betty White Show tomorrow night on CBS.
New Orleans has just scored on San Francisco in the Superdome. They kicked the extra point, and the Saints lead at 7-0. Here now is Landry of the Lions pulling out against Atlanta and hitting J.D. Hill down at the 16-yard line. Landry's pitched to Kane, who runs it in for the touchdown. Mickemeyer missed the extra point, 6-0 in favor of Detroit. The Giants and Tampa Bay. On one of these Sundays, Tampa Bay is finally going to win its first game. But so far, the Giants have dominated because Tampa Bay keeps turning in plays like that one right there. That set up the Giants' touchdown. And it was Bobby Hammond who scored it. And after the extra point, it was 7-0. Tampa Bay had a golden opportunity. 4th down inside the 5, but they go for the I formation. Doesn't develop quick enough. Van Pelt takes them right out of bounds. And Irv, what have you got on Washington, Philadelphia?
Brent, you know, the Washington Redskins are an injured ball club, and they hobbled into Veterans Stadium down in Philadelphia, hoping they could pick up a win today, but they trailed the Eagles at halftime by a score of 7-0, and one reason for it is a bobble right here. Mike Thomas is hit and fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by rookie cornerback Herman Edwards. That Eagle defense, by the way, sacked Theismann 3 times in the first half, and Ron Jaworski takes advantage of this turnover, goes to his running back, Tom Sullivan, touchdown. The Eagles lead at halftime, 7-0.
All right, Irv, and the NFL Today will continue on CBS in just a moment.
Dawn launch. See Japan. The Navy. See a recruiter or call toll-free. It's not just a job, it's an adventure.
The Bell system recognizes that many seemingly unrelated business problems are really communications problems in disguise. So we've provided our account representatives with the skills and equipment they need to take a company's problems and our solutions to them and fit them together into a total communications system. For we firmly believe that in solving problems for companies like yours, the system is the solution.
Wherever you may roam, you'll find our name is known. You can trust it, Delco. Thanks, Delco. Delco Freedom Battery. When things are getting thick and you want to start real quick, you can trust it, Delco. Thanks, Delco. Delco Freedom Battery. They've got the stuff when the starting's tough. You can trust it, Delco. Thanks, Delco. Delco Freedom Battery. Delco Freedom. Thanks, Delco.
I always wanted to play for the Philadelphia Eagles. After college, I kept working out, running through the streets of Philadelphia. Then, finally, I made it as a 30-year-old rookie. For me, Vince Papale, it was a dream come true. Another dream came true in Philadelphia here in 1776 at Independence Hall. The Liberty Bell rang it out, and Betsy Ross sewed a flag for it. Dreams are still coming true as Philadelphia rebuilds the riverfront and Center City area. These people are dream makers. They're United Way volunteers, neighbors, fans, and teammates working for the mentally ill and retarded, the YMCA, and many other agencies funded by our United Way. Philadelphia wouldn't be the same without them. They take pride in their team, their city, and their United Way. On behalf of the volunteers in the 4-county area of Philadelphia, we'd like to say thanks to you. It works for all of us, the United Way.
The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service by the National Football League. This is Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, temperature in the 30s. And the Eagles, in a very tough defensive game, are out in front 7-0. And a touchdown pass, Ron Jaworski to Tom Sullivan. I'm Don Criqui with Sonny Jurgensen. Sonny, what's going to happen in the second half? New quarterback?
I would have to think so. You're looking at the stats here. Only 62 yards rushing and 32 passing for the Redskins in the first half. I would think that George might make the change to see if going to Billy Kilmer right now may generate some offense. He tried it with Joe, and Joe hasn't been successful. I think it's time to go back the other way.
We'll take a look at some of the first half statistics. The wind has been very much a factor in the game. Offensive plays quite equal. First downs, not much disparity there. Rushing there is. Philadelphia with 98 yards to 62 for the Eagles. Passing yardage, Washington with a bit of an advantage, but they got that when they were running the 2-minute offense from deep in their own area of the field late in the game. Time of possession, a very significant point. 18 minutes for the Eagles. They've controlled the football to 12 for the Washington Redskins. So both teams are coming back out onto the playing field now. It's got to be tough if Kilmer does come in. We're strictly speculating that, come out on a windy day. And
it is. I watched him throw warming up a little bit, and he was having a little trouble. He was throwing that option pass. You can catch it on either end. It goes. You can catch either end it comes to you, because he does have trouble throwing in the wind. But the thing that Billy will do, I think, if he gets in the game, that will be try to put the ball up short. He will not try to go long all the time, and I think that's going to make a difference. We'll see. I don't know. I'm watching him come back out of the tunnel here, and he's put his jacket back on. Maybe they're going to give Joe another chance. You would have thought you saw them coming out of the tunnel there, and seeing Kilmer come out and being dressed, that possibility they're going to stay with Joe.
Sonny, what about the Washington Redskins at this point? They're a team with a lot of aging players. There's speculation in Washington that maybe George Allen hasn't signed his new contract because he's looking to go elsewhere. Are they really at the crossroads now, do you think?
I'm not sure. And what you said it best. It's mere speculation of what he's going to do. There's been some talk about his not signing the contract, and that possibility of going some other place. We have no draft choices, and whether or not some of these players will be retiring this year, it's hard to tell. If he stays, I think you can see some of them returning. If he doesn't stay, I think you can see an awful lot of them retiring.
Well, of course, Ron McDowell's his 17th year. Pat Fisher with 2 back operations. I think it's his 17th year.
Len Hoss was, he's going to law school, and they had to talk him into coming back this year, and I'm sure that possibly Billy, a lot of people that would probably hang it up, because George Allen is a coach that likes having older players. He's proved that, and he's been successful with it. And if George Allen isn't going to be with the Washington Redskins, I don't think they will either.
Well, we shall see. Right now, the two teams are back out onto the playing field and getting set to tee it up to start the second half here at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Redskins trailing the Eagles 7-0. Theismann apparently is going to get the call. At least he's got his jacket off. George Allen, you don't know, though. He could change pitchers at any time. There is Billy Kilmer in the middle of the huddle. Philadelphia had just 2 more offensive plays than the Eagles in the first half. Kilmer was supposedly made a speech to the team last night.
I understand a lot of them did. That had been a tough place. You're talking about speculating whether Billy was going to go this second half here. It'd be a tough thing, I think, psychologically for Joe Theismann, even though the offense hasn't moved, and that's what he was put in for, to take him out, because he's been trying to do his job the best of his ability, and Jim here trying to keep his hands warm. And it's a tough day to throw the football. Neither team has thrown the ball well.
The Redskins will receive it to open the third quarter. Eddie Brown is back deep at his 5. Muleman is teeing up the ball now for the Eagles. You just can't figure this wind. Muleman is kicking with the wind at his back, but the flags above the stadium are blowing towards him. Swirling wind when it gets down to field level is blowing from behind. He knocks it downfield. Brown will take it at the 7. Right ahead. Oh, man, they really whack out on a wedge, and Eddie Brown shoots out across the 30 to the 35-yard line. Redskin is down on the field.
Now, this has been a typical Redskin type of game. Defense has played extremely well. I don't know who that is down, but the defense has played well throughout the first half. Looks like Rusty Tillman. And the offense, no offense. And this thing has plagued the Washington Redskins.
Rusty Tillman apparently going to be all right. He hops up. There is George Allen. Guess most people are aware. If you're not,
Pittsburgh
you're not on the
over
wrong channel.
A couple of scores in on Pittsburgh over Cleveland, 28-3 now in the second period. Kansas City 14, the Bears nothing. That's also in the first period now. And New Orleans is leading San Francisco 7-0. 8-yard run by Tony Galbraith, and it's 24-10 Baltimore over Buffalo in the second.
Theismann opens the third quarter at quarterback for the Redskins. Grant goes in motion. Theismann goes to the run, and Thomas loses the football, gets it on the 1 hop, and then comes ahead for a first down. First it looked like he was going to fumble it away. Then it looked like he was going to be thrown for a loss, and ultimately he got about 12 yards.
What a Sunday school hop he gets here. Watch this thing come up to him. Right here, he's cutting back, never gets the handle on the ball. It comes right back up. He's got the ball back on his hip now, and now he starts running like the old Mike Thomas right here, because he gets rid of people and picks up a first down.
So the Redskins move it out. They have the ball at their 46-yard line. They trail 6-0. Theismann's looking deep. Now he's home. Kirsten got him with the right leg. Theismann went up in the air like a 10-pin.
He was coming out of there. Take a look at this. You're talking about leg whipping. This is what the accused offensive linemen are doing. Watch as Harrison comes in is down and throws a leg up and hits Joe Theismann.
Came right down hard in his throwing shoulder.
Oh, it did. You know, Joe Theismann looks small on the football field, but he's not small. He's a strong, he weighs more than people can think.
He's over 190.
He's 195 pounds. He put on some weight during the off season, and he's strong too.
Second and long. Theismann gets it away, and Fugit gets the football. He's inside the 40, inside the 35, and the Eagles finally knock him down to the 28-yard line. But the Redskins come up with the big play, the big gainer, as Randy Logan finally made the hit on Fugit. That was the post pattern that Fugit ran against the Eagles a couple of weeks ago and scored twice with.
Yes, he comes across the middle here. Watch his throw. Good throw again. You see, 2 or 3 times now that Outlaw tried to make the play on Fugit. He missed knocking the ball down, and Fugit makes a good run. He looks like he was getting ready to lateral that ball again. He's done that once this year. Picked up 35 yards.
Theismann looking to go again. Loops it over the middle. The ball is taken, and running with it is Clarence Harmon. He's down inside the 20, close to the 15. So the Redskin wide receivers are running those out patterns, and the middle is opening up, and Theismann's putting it down in there.
Another good call, first down call in after the play, and the Redskins offense looks like it's come to life, and George Allen's choosing to stick with Joe Theismann. Looks like it's going to be the right move.
Bugs is wide to the right. Frank Grant is wide to the left. They have Fugit, the tight end, out 5 yards to the left. Hand off goes, and Harmon runs with the ball, hit very hard as he comes inside the 15-yard line. He got maybe a yard and a half or two. John Sanders and John Bunning hit him. And Bill Berge, the middle linebacker, was also on the stop.
That bounce coming up to Mike Thomas on the very first play of the second half could have averted disaster, because it could have been going back the other way, and the Redskins come out of it with 2 big plays, and they're down on about the 14-yard line.
So Theismann and the Redskins now in position to challenge. Theismann takes that drop, looks over the middle again. There's a man open. Frank Grant inside the 5. He's got 6 points for Washington. Frank Grant coming off the left flank, angling over the middle, and the ball is right on his numbers. And all of a sudden, Joe Theismann looks pretty darn good.
Excellent play here. Hits a delay coming underneath. Good call. You see him delayed and came back under. You see Gene Fugit over in the corner. He had gone deep, and Grant kind of rolled to the outside, came back underneath, and gets a touchdown. Good call, good execution.
So the very big play where Thomas fumbled the ball and got it back and ran ahead for a first down, kept that drive going, and now Mosley hits the point after, puts it right over the net. Somebody gets the $28 football. So we have a timeout on the field with 11:42 left to play in the third quarter, and the Washington Redskins come out smoking in the third quarter as they tie the game up.
Are you still chained to? Gotcha. The rechargeable Norelco rotary razor lets you walk away, free from nicks and cuts. Its 36 surgical steel rotary razor blades are safely protected inside 3 floating heads to give you a comfortable shave that's razor close, razor smooth, for up to 3 weeks on a single charge. The rechargeable Norelco rotary razor. It lets you walk away from gotcha.
Introducing the Ford in your future, the new Ford Fairmont. A new car designed for today and the years ahead. Fairmont's mileage ratings are the same as a little VW Rapid when both are equipped with automatic transmission. And this Fairmont, as shown, is actually sticker price less than this Rapid. Yet Fairmont has 90% of the head, leg, and shoulder room of most large cars. Fairmont, roomy but with mileage like a small car, and the lowest sticker price in its class. Test drive Fairmont, the newest, better idea from Ford.
The Redskins have tied the game up. Mosley's extra point after the touchdown throw from Theismann to Frank Grant. Now it's a 7-7 game. You see how long it took the Redskins. Not very long at all. On their first possession of the second half. Mosley hits a very high kickoff. Larry Marshall fields it and crosses the 20. 25 gets out to the 30. And the Eagles go on offense first and 10. Tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central and Mountain Time, Rafferty has more than his hands full with a young girl starving herself to death. There's a cop walking around with a bullet in his back. That's a tough cop. And a medical colleague may be psychotic. Rafferty, tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central Time, here on CBS.
Is it miracles out of his medical bag, or?
Might be. Jaworski's going to eat some right now if he didn't move his feet. Too much consistency after the early going. Finally did get the touchdown pass after the fumble. And then much luck on the first play.
It's like a different Redskin team. They came out fired up when they came out of that tunnel, fired up this half. It looks like they know now that, you know, look, we got one half to play and we're still in the football game. And if we have any chances of making the playoff in the wild card spot, we better get busy. And they had an excellent drive. I don't think Theismann missed a pass on that drive.
Second down coming up now for the Eagles. The ball just across their 30-yard line. Second and 8. Jaworski's got a home run arm. Lets it go too long as Carmichael was really gloved in. Good coverage by the Redskins. The free safety, Scott, the cornerback, Gerard Williams, right with him.
Yes, they good coverage in. Both people with him. And thing is, when you got somebody 6'8", Jaworski just got all of that. Really, the ball really took off on him. But when you got someone 6'8" like Carmichael, you throw it upstairs and he can go get it.
Jaworski was the second-round draft choice of the Los Angeles Rams back in 1973 after playing a very big game in the Senior Bowl. He played collegiate football at Youngstown State. Played out his option at Los Angeles. Of course, came here in the trade. Charles Young, the big tight end, going out to Los Angeles. Or rights to Charles Young went to Los Angeles. They finally did sign him. He hasn't done much. Jaworski lets it rip again. Way overthrown. He can throw it a long way, but there is nobody there to make the connection, too. One of the Redskins coming out on punt teams.
I saw that.
Crashed to the turf.
Who was that running out there? Really took a spill running onto the field. Pete Wysocki took about 4 steps off the front of the bench and fell flat of his back.
Looked like he got shot.
The Eagles are only 1 out of 9 now in converting third down.
Eagles are looking at a very stunning punt rush set up by the Redskins. They got 10 men on the line. Well hit ball by Jones. Eddie Brown turns the corner, but he's caught. Larry Marshall, who returns punts, comes down to make the tackle on coverage for the Eagles. So the Redskins, who just tied the game up on their first possession of the second half, marching very quickly to the Eagles, get the ball back now. The game all knotted up at 7.
Where's Daddy? He's outside. What's he doing? He's with some people checking air in their tires. How come? Because if you don't have the right amount of air in your tires, it isn't safe. But why does Daddy have to do it? Because he's a good rich dealer. When he's done with the tires, is he going to check the air on the blimp?
Tires you can trust. B.F. Goodrich. The other guys.
Touch, the first computer TV. Magnavox Touch Tune Color Television. Touch and lock in computer sharp color, computer fast. Touch, no need to fine tune ever. Touch, at the set or by remote control, computer controlled color. Star System Touch Tune Color Television from Magnavox. Touch one today.
The Three Musketeers. Freewheeling fun with fiction's rowdiest heroes. A world television premiere on the CBS Friday night movies at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
We are back at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Don Criqui with Sonny Jurgensen. It is the quarter. 10.5 to play in it. Redskins have the ball. Free football. Here. Randy Logan as Thomas coughs it up a second time, and again, the Eagles get the ball in good field position. So when the Eagles were coming out smoking, they are cooled off very quickly on the fumble.
Another big mistake by the Redskins. You see right there that ball got knocked loose. Carl Harrison came in and knocked it loose, and Randy Logan comes up with a recovery. Big turnover, big break. A lot of pressure on the Redskin defense.
Now let's see what Jaworski and the Eagle offense can do as they have the ball first and 10 at the Washington 30-yard line. Two wide receivers are set to the right. They open up the backfield. Big Mike Hogan is back in. Jaworski play fakes to him. Jaworski lets it rip. Man is out to the left. Sprinting out of the backfield, had a play on the football.
Hey, he was open.
Was he?
He was just overthrown a little bit, and nobody had covered him. You see, Jaworski paid the price for throwing that one.
Jaworski was looking at some clouds before that ball came down. He got leveled by two men up front, Dyron Talbert and Carl Lorch. That was the third turnover for the Redskins. Mike Thomas has fumbled away twice, and then we call the earlier interception of Theismann. Now the Eagles break the huddle as they try to strike on the turnover off the pass right away. They have the ball second and 10 at the 30-yard line of Washington. Game is tied in the third quarter, 7-7. Jaworski hands off. Penalty markers go down as the Redskins close the gap and shut down the run. Lorch, 71. Again on the play. Big defensive end from Southern California. He really popped Hogan.
Something we haven't seen either team do today. And it's been where we haven't seen either team throw a screen pass, and the rush has been pretty good. I guess neither coach likes screens.
Neither team's done much on the third down conversions either, son.
That's right. Look at that. Redskins gone to the nickel. Defense.
Extra defensive back in now. Jaworski and the Eagles have third and long. Third and 11. Almost get him again. We're going to have a hold call in Philadelphia. Jaworski bails out. The penalty marker, that'll take the Eagles out of field goal range. We have a holding call signaled against Philadelphia. So the Redskin defense does not let the Eagles capitalize on the turnover. They have the ball at the 30-yard line of Washington to start the drive, and now they're going to have third down coming up in about 21.
Yeah, they could refuse this because it'd be fourth down, but they would be much closer to field goal range, and they're going to take the gamble that they're going to stop them on third down. With the Eagles only being 1 out of 9, you can understand why.
Number 64, illegal use of the hand.
Ed George, who plays right tackle, gets a rise from the...
He certainly did. 60,000 people cheered. What was that for?
I've heard Ed's name called before,
I think they have.
Now third down coming up, and 21 yards to go for the Eagles at the Washington 41-yard line. Tie game 7-7 in the third quarter. Jaworski eludes the rush. Another penalty marker goes down, and I think Ed George grabbed the dancing bear. All this is coming back. Herb Lusk doing a big job with the football.
There are a number of penalties on this. He was downfield and came back across the line of scrimmage to throw the ball. They're going to call it an Eagle forward pass, and I think that's a loss of down. There's an awful lot of things happening on this play. First of all, they're going to get another holding call back here. A little mix-up on the rush. You see McDowell go by, and they watch him. He crosses this, and that goes back. He's over the line of scrimmage now.
Looked good, though, didn't it, in replay?
It did. A lot of things happening, but...
I think the considerable talents of the dancing bear, Ron McDowell, helped force that problem because he was all over flushing Jaworski out. Here we are.
We have a multiple foul against Philadelphia. Illegal use of the hands, declined. The illegal forward pass, accepted. Loss of down and 5.
Loss of down. Well,
fourth down, and all of a sudden, when it looked like it was a field goal range, we almost have Spike Jones punting from his end zone. They've really been falling back. You know, Sonny, when you look at the scheduling coming up for the Redskins compared to the St. Louis Cardinals, it's going to be interesting to see the rest of the way. The Redskins have Green Bay coming up a week tomorrow night at RFK. Then they play Dallas in Washington. They're at Buffalo. They're at St. Louis on a Saturday. They go against Los Angeles. Spike Jones, doesn't he do nice work? Eddie Brown picked up the ball. Brown is run down at about the 18-yard line.
Well, what a dangerous play he made there.
Right now, with 9:16 left to go in the third quarter, we remain in a tie. Washington 7 and Philadelphia 7. We'll be back in a moment.
There's 85 feet between you and the ground, and there's enough juice at your fingertips to light up the county. But now comes Miller time. Time to head for the best-tasting beer you can find. America's quality beer, Miller High Life.
When it's time to relax, Miller stands clear. Beer after beer, if you got the time, we got the beer. Miller Beer.
Ever get the feeling that you wanted to cut out?
Go home, Mustang. Mustang. Let a Mustang take you away.
This is a great time to go Mustang, because this year Mustang 2 is base sticker price less than last year. Mustang. The 78 Ford Mustang 2 Ghia. What are you waiting for?
Go Mustang.
So cut out. Go Mustang. A better idea from Ford.
We are back at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. It's a bright, sunshiny day as the Pittsburgh Steelers are putting Clevelander out now in the third quarter. 28-10. Bradshaw is having good success throwing the ball. Vermeil, his team has turned around a little bit in the second half as the Redskins have come out. Move the ball right through for the tying touchdown. Lost it on a fumble. The defense stops Philadelphia cold. Theismann throws again and again. A back swinging out is open. Say one thing, there's no team around like Washington gets a book on you quickly.
They found a little opening of that little check down. It's the second time he's done this. You see him coming out. Clarence Harmon coming out, and it's just a little check down. There's nobody there to cover it. And you see Berge having to come back after taking his drop.
Having a little council here on the Redskin bench, the special teams. So remember at halftime, the Eagles have had possession for 18 minutes to 12. Theismann on first down runs it ahead for about 8 yards. One thing you won't do is break Theismann's confidence. If he has a bad game, he'll come right back.
He couldn't find anybody to throw the ball to here, and he saw his opening right in front of him, and he was feeling a little pressure behind him, and he goes up and slides in again. I like his slide was a little better this time.
So the Redskins move it out to their 42-yard line. Second down and 2 coming up. They're getting that back open a lot over the middle.
They are. It's a check down. It's a delay. Everybody thinks he's going to block the linebacker, but the Eagles think that he's blocking, and then he just slips out for a little dunk, and he's wide open, and they're going to have to honor him, or Joe will continue to throw it.
Now, the Eagles have a lot of pressure on their defense as the Redskins loop 3 wide receivers. Here comes Theismann. Got the first down. Thrown down on the play by Frank LeMaster, one of the inside linebackers out of Kentucky. 55. The Falcons and the Lions are now in the fourth quarter. Atlanta can play defense, but they sure can't score. And right now it is a 6-0 game still. Detroit in the lead.
That's an important game, too, because of the...
Hey, the Lions are right back in it. They'll be 5-4 if they win that.
That wild card spot still sitting there to be plucked.
First and 10. Theismann goes. Thomas running well with the football. Gets across midfield and works his way down close to the 48-yard line of the Eagles.
Good run here. This time a draw play, and you see him. He can't find any room there, and he bounces outside of 2 or 3 guys. Good tough running.
Carson Long, who kicked for national champion Pittsburgh last season, just hit a field goal. The Bills now trail Baltimore 24-13 in the third quarter. Second down, coming up 2nd and 5 for the Redskins. Ball 48-yard line of Philadelphia. Theismann, now this time the gap was shut down quickly. Theismann's been eluding that pass rush. Charlie Johnson got him there. What's that, the 32nd sack?
He hasn't been able to,
the season.
This time when he goes back, he's looking again. He just didn't find that little opening that he needed to make his run through. That's the 5th sack on Theismann today, 33 yards.
Clock is running here in the third quarter at Philadelphia. We have 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the quarter. Redskins breaks the huddle with Danny Buggs going wide left. Grant's in the slot to the left. Huguet comes out wide to the right. He can go deep. Theismann takes the drop. 3-man rush. Theismann puts the home run arm on the ball and looks like Danny Buggs picked it off and dances down inside the 30. That ball might even have been tipped. Herman Edwards and Logan closed in. Puts it right on the numbers.
You're talking about being on the numbers in a crowd. Watch this ball. Look how many people. 1, 2, and Danny Buggs catching it in traffic.
It was very close to being tipped twice.
Could have been tipped twice. Big play for the Redskins. Good throw by Theismann.
Redskins moving the ball now in the third quarter. Their first possession of the quarter, you recall, they marched through Philadelphia and tied the game at 7. Now they're moving again. Theismann timing pattern in the flat. He goes right out to Buggs. And Danny Buggs turning out on Herman Edwards gets yardage on the out pattern.
Again, the little short out. Good first down call here. Good first down. A little short out. Sets up like a 2nd and 5 situation, 2nd and 6. And that's what you'd like. You'd like that better than that 2nd and 10, 12.
Don't you?
It makes your play calling a little easier.
The ball is spotted at the 25-yard line. There are Buggs' numbers, very impressive, 4 for 66 so far. Grant has the touchdown reception for the Redskins. Sullivan has it for Philadelphia. Oh, with a big play on defense.
He didn't get any time that time.
That was the ex-Redskin himself, Manny Sistrunk, who was the first guy through, 79.
Watch it from the outside. Just coming strong from the outside, and then pinned him quick. Nobody to go to. Started to go back the other way. Both defensive ends, Manny Sistrunk and Carl Hairston.
Tackled at everything but tackle Sistrunk, but he still broke through.
That's the 6th sack.
So the ball is now set back to the Philadelphia 36-yard line. Third down coming up for the Redskins as they come out of the huddle with a long yardage play facing them. There's about 17 is Theismann with a deep drop. Steps into the pocket. Lost it up. Picked off. John Sanders picks it off, and he's got blockers. And Sanders is all the way across midfield and down inside the 40. He intercepted 2 last week. So again, Eagle defensive coach in the secondary, Fred Bruni's people come up with a big play.
Let's take a look here. He goes slant corner, he goes back out, and Joe does not make the good throw here. He took something off the ball. It wasn't a good throw, and he had to pay the price because he got intercepted.
Now the Eagles start to make it go. Back the other way with a big play by their defense. But can they move on the Redskin offense? They've not at all here in the second half. Again, they get excellent field position. Hogan puts his head down and bangs for yardage, thundering inside the 30, and he's down close to the 28. Houston knocked him down.
Look at this run again. You see the blocking right here, all McClinton and all McDowell. Brundage comes back out. He's been making those runs throughout the day. Look at him, that strong-legged young man. How big is he?
208. Not too tall, though, about 5'11". So now it is 2nd and short yardage for the Philadelphia Eagles. They have the ball inside the 30-yard line of Washington. Game is tied at 7. 4:20 to play in the third quarter. Tough yardage. They go back to Hogan. It's going to be close to the first down. Detroit and Atlanta. Atlanta put up points at 6-3. Rams have just gone in front of Green Bay 7-0 on a touchdown run by Lawrence McCutcheon.
And then they got a 6-yard pass from Pat Hayden to Terry Nelson. They're up 14-0 now.
Clock is running. 3:58 left to go as George Allen. He is looking out intently as his Redskins are backed up again on defense through no fault of theirs. The interception brought the Eagles back into the Redskin area of the field, and Mike Curtis headhunting. Breaks out, doesn't get there, lost yardage. There's a big difference in quickness of the two quarterbacks.
That is.
Tyron Talbert got him.
I wish you wouldn't talk about quickness of quarterbacks. I resent
They're
that.
not supposed to be quick, right?
Good play, good defensive play then. Had good coverage, and here's Jaworski waiting on Wally Henry coming in with a play. Tom Sullivan comes out.
Third down coming up. 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. 27-yard line of Washington. Game tied 7-7 in the third quarter. Jaworski's got 3 wide receivers deployed, holding just 1 back end. Reloads and gets Hogan, but the Redskins knock him down. However, the Eagles are now in field goal range with 4th down coming up. This will be a 37-yard attempt.
Watch this little pass. He couldn't go. You'll see him reload here. He wants to go to somebody, can't find anybody, and just has to dunk the ball off. But Jake Scott's there to make the play.
The Dolphins and the Patriots are now in the 4th quarter at Miami.
And look at this score. 7-3. 7.
Miami in the lead, 7-3.
Miami leading 7-3. John Smith kicked a 35-yard field goal to get New England on the board.
Yeoman gets it away. It's plenty far. He didn't get it. He was wide. So the big turnover by the Eagle defense, bringing the ball back into the Washington area, comes up dry. As the Eagles can't move the ball, and then they can't hit a pretty much routine field goal, so it's locked up 7-7.
This is an Archer electronic smoke alarm from Radio Shack. It can save your life and property by detecting smoke before it's too late, and alerting you with a loud, continuous horn sound. It's on sale now at only $21.88. A small price to pay for so much peace of mind. Protect your home or business today with a low-cost Archer electronic smoke alarm. Only at Radio Shack, a Tandy company.
Zoltan, look, the rocket reactor.
Cut! Cut! Okay, Claire, how did a New York Life T-shirt get into this scene?
I just signed up with them to reach my goal of financial security.
Security in show business?
Through life insurance. They're the winners, darling.
For your basic financial security, sign up with the winning team, New York Life.
Space Lady, have your agent give me a call.
We have 1:58 left to go in the third quarter. The game's tied 7-7, and the Redskins have the ball now at the 21-yard line, their own, after the field goal try from 38 yards out by Muleman was wide. Heisman goes to the run. Clarence Harmons gets the ball. A rookie from Mississippi State, 5'11", 190.
Los Angeles over Green Bay now. Down 17-0. 32-yard field goal by Raphael Septian. In the second
Packers
quarter
are in trouble right now.
Yes, they are. Bart Starr might be in a little trouble.
Now we have Calvin Hill in the game, Sonny. So we got some defensive backs coming in.
Harmon's going off. Looks like he hurt his ankle or his knee. Try to get some kind of report on that. Calvin in the game certainly isn't going to hurt you because he's a good pass receiver.
Got one a little bit late Monday night.
Yeah.
Heisman takes a look, and his options are very limited. He is banged down by Manny Swistrunk. Swistrunk just picked him up like a rag doll. He could pick up somebody who weighed 300 pounds like a rag doll.
Word on Manny is that he doesn't know how strong he is.
Theismann does.
Found out then, didn't he? I mean, that's no fun, especially on AstroTurf. Oh, ooh, does that smart.
1:19 left to go, and the clock is running. It's winding down. Third quarter. Eagles led at the half 7-0, and a touchdown pass in the second quarter from Jaworski to Tom Sullivan. Redskins came back on their first possession of the third quarter, and a touchdown pass from Theismann to Frank Grant. Oh, that ball was threaded through. Theismann again throwing into coverage, but getting it through, but Grant Bugs couldn't hold it.
I don't see how he got it through there. He got it all the way through, and Danny gets his hands on the football. Watch this throw, the same play that they've made the big play on before. Look at the number of people around the football, 4 of them. 4 green shirts, 1 white one. And he got it through there.
Drop ball. And Bragg will have to punt the football now. Standing back inside his 5-yard line. He's done very well. See his average of 42. Big run. Oh, almost got it. Bragg faked being hit, but he wasn't. That was very close. Coming up the middle was Lazatich.
I don't see how he missed hitting him, but he didn't. He just went over the top.
Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central Time, it's the CBS Sports Spectacular, and you'll see live from Milan, Italy, Victor Galindez defend his World Light Heavyweight Boxing Championship against Eddie Gregory. You will also see the Turf Classic, a 1.5-mile race for 3-year-olds with some of the great American thoroughbreds like Johnny D and Majestic Light Enter. And then the World's Strongest Men competition, this week the car lift. The competitors have to grab the rear bumper and lift it off the earth. Next Saturday at the CBS Sports Spectacular, Smith comes in motion. They go back to Herb Luck, the pray and tailback from Long Beach State, gets it across midfield.
And we're running out of time here in the third quarter with only 30 seconds left in the third quarter. The Redskins are going to have a decided advantage in the fourth quarter, having the win with them and having a field goal kicker like Mark Mosley.
Mosley was originally drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles some years ago, back in 1970. Then went to Houston for a couple seasons, then to Washington. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 coming up for Philadelphia. That will do it for the third quarter, Sonny. The gun sounds. That is the end of the third quarter with a score. The Washington Redskins 7, the Philadelphia Eagles 7. We now pause for a word from your local station.
He's as wild as a Brahma bull. Charles Bronson in the television premiere of From Noon Till 3, Wednesday night on CBS.
George Allen and Dick Vermeil, their teams locked up at 7-7 as we head into the fourth quarter here at Philadelphia. This is Don Criqui with Sonny Jurgensen, and right now a big factor for the Redskins is the wind, Sonny.
Has to be the wind because Mosley has the big foot. He can go a long way with the ball. And the Redskin offense, even though they've blocked down here, they came out with some authority at the beginning of the third quarter. And I think his foot's going to play a big part in this ball game before it's over with.
Redskins will have a wind at their back, but it is a gusting wind. It didn't work for Horst Muhlman, the resident field goal kicker here at Veterans Stadium. He hit one with a wind at his back and it was wide. Naked reverse by Jaworski. You think that kid isn't tough? Look at that football play. What a football play. Ron Jaworski. Joe Lavender finally ran him down. He's finally got those Redskins who read so well off their computer forms what the tendencies are. They didn't look for this.
Take a look at this. You see, Lort's coming in. He can't catch. He goes back. The thing that makes his play after he goes, they think he's going out of bounds. He cuts back in on Kenny Houston, picks up a block, and look at him run.
44 yards. Boy, Sonny, if I didn't see that green uniform and that number 7, I'd have sworn that was...
That's only the second third down conversion they've made. That's 2 out of 12 for Philadelphia. But what a big one it is.
Jaworski's called a timeout. I think he just wants to breathe a little air with it.
He wants a respirator.
Some help. 14:48 to go, and now the Eagles have the challenge mounted to break the tie.
Sit tight, Pop. I'll pump myself. Let me tell you something, gang. Any gas will get you where you want to go. But it ought to be in there cleaning your carburetor, too. Now, you want to make sure you're getting the job done, use new STP gas treatment. You just pump in a can with every tank load of gas, and it goes to work cleaning like a bandit. Clean that carburetor. Get a hold of this, and do it yourself. Keep the change, partner.
Here's a few tips on how to get out of an airport fast. 1, join the #1 club and reserve a car with Hertz. 2, have your license and credit card ready, because Hertz will be ready for you. Just sign and go. 3, need directions? Ask Hertz. They know the shortest route. Nobody can get you out of an airport faster. Nobody can get you out of an airport faster.
Go, Jules! Go!
Rent a Ford from Hertz.
A superstar in rent-a-car.
Right.
Imprisoned by a mad scientist, Logan and Rem have to save Jessica from being brainwashed and losing her mind on Logan's Run, Monday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain Time.
Well, the Eagle has something to cheer about now. The Eagles flying at Philadelphia, but we'll see if the Redskins can hold the Eagles out of the end zone. They have it 1st and goal at the 2, following a 44-yard run by Ron Jaworski on a naked reverse. Right out of the Jurgensen playbook.
I beg your pardon. No way.
Tell you one thing, you've got to take it across against the Redskins. They're not going to give it to you. And Hogan didn't get there. Got close. Got close.
He's handed some stats on Ron Jaworski so far, Don. He's 3 out of 12. Let's take a look at this. It's a good, tough play defensively down here. Good play by Harold McClinton.
Clinton was the first hit, and there's a man down. Looks like Harold McClinton is down.
Yes, it does.
He met the run head on. He met blockers head on, and he got full charge of the fullback Hogan. So Rusty Tillman's coming out onto the field to take over at middle linebacker for the Redskins. The ball, let's see, is going to be spotted inside the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Jaworski has rushed with the ball 3 times for 41 yards. He got 44 in his last run, so you figure how he did in his first 2.
And he has 3 completions, only 3 completions out of 12 attempts, but 34 yards. He's in a dilemma what to do, whether I should run or run or throw. Mike Hogan's a big back for the Eagles so far today. He's got, in 18 carries, he's got 81 yards.
Next Sunday on CBS, an NFL doubleheader day. The primary games, Minnesota versus the Bears at Chicago, Tampa Bay against Detroit, Atlanta at New Orleans, and the Eagles go against the Cardinals at St. Louis. And then the doubleheader games, Dallas against the Steelers at Pittsburgh or Los Angeles at San Francisco. An NFL doubleheader next Sunday here on CBS. Well, watch that again now. You see where Harold McClinton was shaken up. 53. He met the run, thundered into the run.
Yes, you can see going in here. This is where he got it right there.
Colts are putting away the Bills in quick order. 31-13 now in the 3rd quarter. Baltimore is going to go 8-1. Look at this. Seattle's beating the Jets 14-0.
14-0.
McClinton is starting to get up now. We're happy to see. He just got knocked out by that charge he met. He's all right.
You can see him sitting here talking now.
He's ready. The Eaglettes bouncing up and down, never losing their enthusiasm. Weather will take some out of you. It's about 35 degrees. In the second quarter at Soldier Field in Chicago, the Bears are in disarray. They were routed 47-0, you'll recall, last week at Houston. They are losing 17-0. Something's wrong in Chicago.
They're having a few problems.
Second and goal. Snap. Jaworski still had the ball.
They made a mistake on the play then. They made a mistake. There's the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, Leonard Toews. Saw him arriving today in his green helicopter.
Only way to come in Philadelphia.
Let's take a look at this. They missed the handoff here.
Doesn't everyone?
And he tries to go over the top. What a place to make a mistake on the 1-foot line.
Ron Jaworski's from Lackawanna, New York, a steel town outside of Buffalo. You got to be tough to grow up in Lackawanna, New York. Big play. Jaworski is into the end zone for a touchdown. The tie is broken, and the Eagles go in front 13-7. 13:44 left to play in the game. A lot of time as the Eagles go 53 yards in 6 plays.
It's a sneak right there over the top, and he gets in.
So last week, Jaworski against New Orleans threw for 2 and ran for 2. Both touchdowns just like that over the top. He's thrown for 1 and run for 1 here today. As the Eagles now are out in front 13-7, but lots of time remaining. 13:44 to play in the game. Roman Gabriel holds the snap. Newman puts it up. Penalty markers down. He hooked it up and threw.
I think we're going to have an offside. Some call, some defensive call.
The extra point was good if it is not negated by a penalty, and the down will be played.
Illegal substitution, defense, point good.
Well, the play goes, and it is a 14-7 game, and the Redskins will be getting it back on the kickoff to follow now. Jaworski ran at 44 to get it down close, then took it in himself.
Introducing the Ford in your future, the new Ford Fairmont wagon, a new wagon designed for today and the years ahead. The Fairmont wagon has excellent mileage ratings, but while it is trim and lean outside, Fairmont has almost 90% of the passenger space of most large wagons, and with the seat down can swallow up all this cargo. Yet for all this, the new Fairmont wagon, as shown, is actually sticker price less than this little VW Rabbit. Test drive Fairmont, the newest, better idea from the Wagon Master.
Come on, gang. Big smile. Well, you don't want to leave the good times behind. Pack along a simple shooting Kodak Trimlight Instamatic 18 camera. Fits right in your pocket, and it takes big, beautiful pictures just like this. Show 'em, son. Don't leave the good times behind. Save them with a Kodak Trimlight 18 camera. It makes a great gift and an outfit that says, "Open me first," to save Christmas in pictures.
We are back at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. The game is now in the 4th quarter, 13:44 to play in it. The Redskins trailing Philadelphia 14-7. As the Eagles just went, as you see, 53 yards, went there very quickly, 44 on the quarterback run by Jaworski. The final half yard, Ron Jaworski going over the top of the Redskin defensive line. So it's 14. Here's a squib kick downfield by Newman. He doesn't want it. Kuzil pitches it back to Fast Eddie Brown, who is the man to give it to. And Brown is out across the 35 to the 37-yard line, where he's knocked down by Vince Papali. So the Redskin offense with Joe Theismann at quarterback. He's gone the distance in this game. Comebacks out and see if he doesn't try to loop it over the middle to backs. He was getting them open earlier in drives.
He did have some success with it. This is a position when you're in that you have to stay with the game plan.
Calvin Hill and Mike Thomas are the setbacks. Second back is Thomas turning wide. Blockers are cut down, and Thomas breaks into open field, and we have a foot race now, and Logan gets him. That almost went the distance.
It did. Mike Thomas going around the end. Got some excellent blocking here. Watch this. Good blocking up front.
Well, they just chopped the end.
You see Ron Saul right there throwing a block on John Bunning. He gets around the outside, breaks the tackle here, and goes up the sideline. Just gets shoved out of bounds by Randy Logan.
But the ball is advanced all the way down to the Philadelphia Eagles 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Washington. A lot of time remaining. 13:25 to play in the game. Eagles lead at 14-7. They scored not long ago. Here comes Calvin Hill on the same play. And he goes flying over the cornerback who came up to hit him, Johnny Outlaw.
A la Calvin Hill, the hurdle goes over the top.
The temperature has held at 37 degrees. The wind's gusting 18 miles an hour. The Redskins working with the wind at their back. We still could have an overtime game. A lot of time remaining here. 13:19 to play in the 4th quarter. Eagles tee up that 3-man rush. Outside linebackers come up tight for a 5-man front. They're rushing. They're going after Theismann. Loop pass to Thomas. He catches it. He'll be short of the 1st down. On 2nd and 6, he advanced the ball down inside the 24-yard line of Philadelphia. Bring up 3rd and short.
This is a pattern they run. Both backs coming out and hooking. Joe stays in the pocket this time. Waits for Thomas to hook up right there, and you see LeMaster in on the play just as soon as he catches it. 3rd and short coming up. There's Ron McDowell.
Getting a little age on him.
Say that about him. His wife is listening.
He's still one of the best around. He lives in Buffalo, too. 3rd and 2. Thomas turns the corner, didn't get there. The Eagles ran him out of bounds. He had advanced the ball to the 21. The Eagles knocked him out at the 22. John Sanders playing the run. So that brings up 4th down and about a yard with the Redskins trailing Philadelphia 14-7. Theismann looks to the bench for direction. He calls a timeout.
I think he wants to call timeout to make sure what they want to do. He's going to make sure that the coaches call this play.
12:29 left to go. The Redskins now the 4th down coming up when we come back.
Dribbles to the top of the key. Shoots. Good. The pitch. A swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Ever want to watch 2 things that are on at the same time? Well, now you can, because Sony's revolutionary Betamax deck, which hooks up to any TV set, can actually videotape something off one channel while you're watching another channel. With Sony's Betamax, you won't miss a thing.
A triple play. You've just seen a triple play.
No, I didn't.
You don't see those very often.
To get ahead these days, you got to keep on your toes. So I've got something to keep my competition flat-footed. Sunoco's penny-pinching pump. It has 190, the gas that's made to sell below my regular, and 220, the gas that sells below my premium. So if your car runs on regular or premium, my pump can save you money on quality gas. Listen, if I don't want you to go right by me, I got to do right by you. Sunoco's penny-pinching pump can fill up your tank for less. That's my way of being very friendly.
The Redskins have the ball, but a very big down now, Sonny. What do you do?
They have gone on with the field goal team. Mark Mosley's come on the field, but with Joe Theismann holding, you better be careful of the fake here.
They're down by 7. We're in the 4th quarter, 12:29 to play in the game. They're going to go for the field goal. Didn't work. Mosley gets off a knuckleball that goes wide, and so the Redskin drive comes up pointless. And the Eagles get back the ball with a 7-point lead. There's Coach Allen.
Plenty of time left. 12:25 still left.
Especially for this team. Right now, we have a timeout on the field with 12:25 left to play in the game. A lot of time left. The Eagles will come back with the ball in the 7-point lead.
This year, when you step out on the town, don't just drive. Take off in the 1978 Thunderbird with its distinctive look and size, its Thunderbird quality and comfort. And it comes at a down-to-earth price of $58.08 with automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes, V8 and more.
Flight Test, the 1978 Thunderbird. When America needs a better idea, Ford puts it on wheels.
From Maine to California, you sit atop a rig with 13 Ford speeds and 300 horses. And when the run is over, that's when Miller time begins. Time to stretch out and head for the best tasting beer you can find. America's quality beer, Miller High Life.
If you've got the time, you've got the time. We've got the beer, Miller Beer.
The Eagles have the ball back. That's how it stands, 14-7, with a lot of time remaining in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia with the ball and the 7-point advantage. Jaworski, the quarterback. He's thrown for one touchdown, jumped over the top for another. They go to Hogan. He's cut down. Lorton and Ron McDowell shot in.
Hogan thought he had a pretty good hole then, and he got tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Pittsburgh really doing a job on Cleveland in the fourth quarter. It's 35-10 now. Also in the fourth quarter, Miami 17, New England 3. It's kind of a surprise.
Dolphins will go to 7-2 with that win. New England will go to 5-4, and that's about the end of their playoff chances. Unless somebody collapses.
7-2, and you may not make the playoffs.
Miami might not. Right. Hogan runs the ball straight ahead on second and long yardage. Brundage and Rusty Tillman knock him down at the 29-yard line. Eagles now looking to work that clock down if they can. Try to keep those chain markers moving by running the ball. Keep the clock moving.
Here again, they're coming up with that third down play that only had 2 successes with all afternoon.
Despite their 3-5 record, the Eagles have scored more points than they've allowed this year. They're the only NFL team with a losing record that has scored more points than has given up. Again, they go to Hogan. Free football. Might have it.
I think Washington came up with it.
They did. The Redskins,
Sullivan just
hallmark, they find a way.
Yes, they do. He coughed it up.
They're not going to get it back from very easily.
He got that ball back. He got it back. He just out-fought his man down in that pile-up. He had to, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because when he went on the ground, Kenny Houston had that ball. I say, let's take a look right here. A deep handoff back to Tom Sullivan. And watch him. He gets the ball here, tries to change directions. And he just gets bumped right there. The ball comes out. Now watch a Redskin come in at Kenny Houston right there. Yeah. Looks like he's taking it to the ground. And how that man ever came up with that ball. I tell you what, a break for the Philadelphia Eagles.
A little gnashing of teeth down there. Skins will get it back now anyway. It's a fourth down.
Get it back. They may go after this punt. They may try to block this. No, they're going to return.
They blocked it. Dallas Hickman blocked the punt. One man came through and he got it.
They had a return on. They had a return on, and Dallas Hickman just ran straight through and blocked the thing. Take a look at this. They have a punt return. This isn't a punt block, but the man misses him, runs straight up the middle.
He got all of it, too.
Boy, Jones doesn't have a place to go with that thing. What a change of turnovers right here, huh? They fumble the ball, they get it back, they're going to kick it away, and they block a punt.
And the Redskins are 10 yards better than they would have been if they got the one that was they lost.
Well, they got to come away with points here.
Eagles still lead 14-7. This is a good one. 10:30 left to play. A lot can happen yet. Harrison meets the run, and all the Eagles meet the run, and we're going to have a late hit. And Sanders is going to cost penalty yardage to the Eagles. Boy, after a big defensive play, a mistake by a secondary man is going to cost the Philadelphia Eagles dearly. No gain on play, but there'll be a mark-off.
All he does is hit his own men here when he comes back to make the play. He's not putting any hit on Mike Thomas. Watch him come up late on this, on the hit. You see the play up the middle, the little misdirection. Now watch Sanders, 26. He just pushes.
I'm not sure if that's a real good penalty.
Hey, it's a penalty.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, first down.
That was unnecessary roughness.
Hey, what's it? That's unnecessary roughness. That's the mildest thing we've seen out here today. They don't like it in Philadelphia. First and goal at the 10. Theismann on the rollout. Ooh, somebody cruised up and then Bunning.
That was a very smart play by John Bunning, not hitting Joe, because Joe was out of bounds. Take a look at it. This is a run option pass, a sprint out. As he's running out, can't find anybody. They covered Mike Thomas. Gets a good block from Calvin Hill. Oh, did he want to hit him, didn't he? But he was about 5 yards out of bounds.
So now it is second and goal at the 7. The Eagles lead the game. 14-7. The Redskins are challenging now in the fourth quarter. 10:18 to play. Theismann to Calvin Hill. Down at the 5. Third and goal from there.
Big play coming up.
Carl Hairston and Bill Berge met the charge and made the stop for Philadelphia.
I think they've changed. Danny Bucks came in with a play. They're helping Joe Theismann call his plays right here. He's getting some help on his calls here. Charlie Taylor came in for one play with a play, and Danny Bucks comes right back, and you got third and goal.
Theismann takes a look. Lots of people crossing. He's going to run now. Now he's going to throw. Bucks catches the ball for a touchdown. Beautiful reception. He had a dart behind a cornerback and then danced to keep his feet in, and he did.
Boy, he did. What a reception. What a throw by Joe Theismann. On the move, he rolled out of the pocket. Take a look at it. Going back. He can't find anybody initially to throw the ball to. On timing, he gets out of the rush, though. Goes out to the right. Looks like he's going to run for a second. Sets himself, and look at the catch. Inbound. Both feet in. Good play by Danny Bucks, also by Joe Theismann.
Mosley drills the extra point, and we're locked up at 14 in the fourth quarter. 9:31 left to play, and the game is tied at 14, and now the Redskins will kick it off to Philadelphia. Next Sunday, November 20th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, it is Celebrity Challenge of the Sexes here on CBS. You'll see matchups of superstars from primetime television in various athletic endeavors. You'll see Farrah Fawcett Majors play Dick Van Patten in tennis. Valerie Perrine goes against James Ferrantino in a bicycle race. Susan St. James and David Cassidy meet up in a swimming event. There's an obstacle course with Leslie Uggams going against James Franciscus. That's all next Sunday night, November 20th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, as CBS Sports presents Celebrity Challenge of the Sexes.
Seattle's gone up 17-0 in the fourth quarter over the New York Jets.
Everybody in New York's been complimenting the Jets on their good losses they've been calling. Losing to Oakland by a point, losing to teams they were favored to lose a lot barely, but today they were favored by 10. And they are getting waxed by the Seattle Seahawks at New York. Moses hits the ball high. Larry Marshall at the 5. 15, 20. Tried to clothesline him. He was hit by Joe Harris first. Rookie from Georgia Tech, free agent linebacker. And now the Eagles and Jaworski have a long way to go, Sonny.
They have a long way to go, and the thing that has been prominent with Redskins in the last few years has been the play of their special teams, and that's what tied this game up for them right here. Even though Theismann gets a touchdown pass to Danny Bucks, the big block punt by Dallas Hickman did it for him.
Wasn't that the play? Thundering through, he set it up. And then Dallas Hickman from Calais Berkeley. Pitch back goes to Herb Luck. Oh, the Redskins meet that hard. Houston came up. Great Kenny Houston, the strong safety, and Dusing. Hey, really, boy, there's some hitting.
Talk
about
watch
roughness.
this, a little pitch back, shove out to Lusk. Herb Lusk going around, and look at the hit. Boom. Boom. A lot of people in on the football. Good hustle by the Redskin defense. Again, they've been outstanding.
They have no gain. 2nd and 10 for Jaworski and the Eagle offense. They're at their 21. Game is tied 14-14 in the 4th quarter. Hogan looks for yardage, gets some. Out to the 29. He'll be about 3 yards short of the first down. Curtis knocked him down. There's 2 longtime veterans of the NFL. Charlie Taylor, caught about 1,000 from you. Rick Kilmer.
Yep, those Heisman standing there. Look at that Cleveland score, 35-17 now.
They'll both be 5-4 in the AFC Central.
Who's going to win that?
Pittsburgh. We'll see.
Long way to go.
That's not the toughest division, it's the tightest. Jaworski play fakes. Puts it up. 1 hop. Charlie Smith got it on the 1 hop. A lot of rush was coming at him. Aaron Talbot and Bill Brunnage, the 2 big tackles, crashing through. And so now the Redskins have to punt the ball back to, or the Eagles will punt it back to Eddie Brown of the Redskins.
Or attempt to punt again.
Right, that's right.
They could be going after it again after the man got through. They didn't try to block that last one. They had a punt return on and they got through. Let's see what they attempt to do here.
A lot of planning goes into the rush alignment here. Trying to run him off the play, Hickman. Not too much of a punt. Does take an Eagle roll, though. So it goes down inside the 40-yard line of the 36. Next Friday night at 11:30 Eastern Time, unbeaten heavyweight Leon Spinks takes on Alfio Righetti. That bout you'll see live from Las Vegas. It has been announced that the winner of the 10-round match gets the right to meet Muhammad Ali in February. That will be broadcast. Spinks' record is currently 5-0-1, and Righetti is 27-0. A lot in the line there. The winner is going to be a millionaire because he's going to fight Ali. A lot of money.
He's a loser fight.
Who knows? Maybe Ali too. Get in with anybody. Mike Thomas runs with the ball, doesn't get much. Herman Edwards, the right corner, and Berge made the stop for Philadelphia. Wild game down at Atlanta.
I can't tell you what's happening. I think Atlanta's winning.
Very hard to decipher the information
the information I'm getting. I think it's 17-6. I don't know how that could be, but yeah, maybe 17-6 Atlanta.
Pass goes out in the flat. Frank Grant catches the ball and turns out. Now we're told it's a final.
Yes,
Atlanta coming from behind when middle linebacker Ralph Ortega scored a touchdown. Puts away Detroit 17-6. So Atlanta goes to 5-4. Detroit goes to 4-5.
They play defense there. Only gave up 6 points again.
Vikings are going to win that division in NFC Central by default. Bears are nowhere. Green Bay's worse. Now Detroit's a losing team. Third down and 2 for Washington. Skins 44. Calvin Hill turns upfield. Looks like he might have gotten it. Had to get the ball out to the 46. They're going to measure.
Looks like he's pretty close to it, doesn't he?
Charlie Johnson was on the stop.
Yep, they're going to give it to him.
He got it. So the Redskins with a game tied 14-14 drive on. First down at their 46-yard line. 6:51 left to play. Eagles led at the half 7-0. Redskins tied it in the third quarter. Eagles went ahead, set 14-7 when Jaworski jumped in after he ran with the ball 44 yards down to the 1. Washington with a big advantage in first down. Mike Thomas running hard, and the Eagles are looking for that ball again. They've gotten it twice from Thomas.
Yes, they're trying to, both teams now trying to strip the ball from the ball carrier. Now that's, you go back and look, turnovers and the big plays by the special teams. Mike Thomas is coming up hurting a little bit. Went back to the huddle, and there's some little conversation there about him. I think he's going off the field now. There he goes, walking off.
Well, he's carried the football a lot. 19 times for 84 yards on a big job. Fumbles have been a factor. One was turned into a touchdown. Taking a lot of hits. Eddie Moss goes in. Big back from Northeast Missouri, 6 feet, 225 pounds.
They had to bring him back when they lost Bob Brunet.
Second down and 8 now for the Skins. Theismann goes to the run. Melvin Hill gets it. And he is hit hard by the middle guard, Charlie Johnson, the rookie from Colorado. Sistrunk was also on the stop. We'll watch him close.
Good defense there. You see Johnson on Len Hoss there. Goes off, comes over, and gets in on the tackle. Well, that's a tough job for that center when you get that big man hit up using his hands on you. And you got to snap that thing and then come up and get, you hope that he takes the wrong side.
Theismann with a deep drop. Puts it up hard. He's got a first down throw to Fugan, his tight end, down to the 36-yard line of Philadelphia.
Good throw by Joe. That's one of the best throws he's made today. Really set up good. He made a good throw. Take a look at this. Moving pocket a little bit. Moves over to his right. Sets. Makes a good strong throw on a hook pattern inside to Gene Fugan. And it's enough for the first down. And they're almost in Mark Mosley range.
So Theismann's numbers are improving markedly in the second half of the game. He's now 14 for 25 for 183 yards. And the touchdown throw to Frank Grant, and the second touchdown throw to Danny Buggs. That one went to Grant on first down. A timing pattern in the flat, got ahead for about 3.
Good call again, first down call. Sets up that second and 5 situation. And I don't think he's missed on that. Maybe once today. Charlie Taylor coming in with a play again. Danny Buggs going out.
Theismann now 15 for 26 for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. Taylor is finally in the game, out wide to the right. Grant wide to the left. Theismann can dance, but he cannot get away from John Bunning, a small but quick linebacker from North Carolina. Bunning knocks him down for a loss on the play back at the 37-yard line of Philadelphia. Clock runs with 4:11 to play in the game.
That's about the 8th sack on Joe Theismann today. How can you call John Bunning small? He's 6'1", 220, isn't he? He's a pretty big man. Is that small to you, Don?
Big enough. It's plenty big to me.
54 yards in the 8 sacks today.
Compared to Berge, it's small.
Yeah. 240.
When he's down 12 pounds. 3rd and 11. Here come the Eagles. There's the throw. It is. Oh, almost picked off. Johnny Outlaw almost had it.
Did he ever? He stepped in front of him.
Grant was the guy they were going to. And now 4th down comes up. And Mark Mosley trots out. Towel in hand. Theismann, his holder, resplendent in a purple turtleneck.
You realize that this is going to be like a 54-yarder. 54 yards. Got a lot of wind, strong wind behind him. I think he's got the foot to do it.
Eagles have nobody back. Here they come. There's the hit. Wow, he got a full charge into it. Isn't that something? It's good. A 54-yard field goal sends the nation's capital into a degree of jubilation. Boy, that was some hit. He got all of that.
Did he get it all?
62.
Yes, it would have. Did we say at the beginning what this win was going to be, a factor in this game? And the leg of Mark Mosley.
But still, 3:41 remains. And the Redskins will be kicking off to the Eagles. Philadelphia leading at the half 7-0, then leading 14-7 with Washington, as they've done so often. Rally back. They've scored 10 fourth-quarter points to take the lead, now 17-14.
And just think of that drop ball by Outlaw. John Outlaw had his hands on it on the sidelines. He may have I think he would have gone on out of bounds. I don't think he would have run it back any distance, but he's still, it's a matter of 3 points right now in favor of the Redskins.
A 54-yard field goal. I'd like to congrats the Ferrum Junior College football team in Ferrum, Virginia, ranked second in the nation, a leading candidate to go to the Junior Rose Bowl. Their big victory yesterday over Baltimore Junior College, 56-0. Here is the return by Larry Marshall. He gets it out to the 14-yard line. Dallas Hickman is down to make the play. We have a final from Miami. 6-hitter.
At one time, I think we had Miami up 17. I can't believe it. 7-5. Now, is that right?
That field goal, we're told,
is that unreal?
Was the longest in Redskin history and the longest ever against the Eagles. They're especially good when they put you in head in the fourth quarter. 3:32 to play, and the Eagles are backed up. Sullivan, he's got some more, and he tiptoes ahead very close to a first down. Oh, they're spotting the ball. Looks like he has it. 17-5 was the final from the Orange Bowl in Miami.
I didn't think it was right. 7-5.
Mike Hogan comes out of the game. He is down on the field. He was blocking on the play.
There's Mark Mosley keeping warm on the bench.
Mark Mosley, who was originally a 14th round draft choice of the Eagles back in 1970. Back to haunt him, maybe.
He said he liked the kick here. And I imagine he does with that wind. Boy, did he ever hit it, didn't he? As a concerned
You look at the
Dick
flags.
Vermeil.
The flags are blowing directly on the top of the stadium into the Redskins, and yet the wind on the field is behind them. Dick Vermeil now testing his options. Pretty much down to throwing the football if they get the first down. Next Sunday, a doubleheader day on CBS. Games include the Cardinals and the Eagles at St. Louis. Then the doubleheader games. We'll have Dallas versus Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh, or Los Angeles versus the 49ers at San Francisco. CBS football, a doubleheader day next Sunday. 3:24 on the clock. They go to the run. They go nowhere. Redskins shut it right down. Sullivan carried, and Dyron Talbert stopped him.
Yeah, they were just trying to pick up the first. They're going to have to put it up. The clock's working against them now. They got the wind against them, and the clock is down to about 3:05 right now. As you see Terry Hermeling taking a little rest there on his helmet.
Sitting right down in his hat. Clock running, 2:55 to go. Redskins lead the game 17-14. They scored 10 fourth quarter points to come from behind. Henderson gets the run on first down, moves it out close to the 30-yard line. Brundage was on the stop. They started to get restless in the stands here in Philadelphia, wondering when the Eagles are going to start to throw.
It looks like they should be putting it up, and they're just kind of running that thing at them. They had to pick up the first down there. They did that, but that was a surprising call on 1st and 10 again with only 2:20 left.
Clock still winding down, close to the 2-minute warning. 2:10 as Jaworski drops back to throw, puts it up long. Man is going for the football. Ooh. Sullivan is not protesting. He was interfered with, so the coverage by Curtis was clean.
It was
just in time.
It was a close call, but also a correct one. Curtis was had to make a perfect throw in there, and Mike was very close to him. They got burned on that once today. He said, "Let's don't try it again."
There is Mike Thomas.
He's got to be happy today, even though he's had a couple of fumbles. Had a good day rushing. What did he get? 80-some yards.
I think, yeah, 19 carries for 84 yards. Now we have third down coming up for the Eagles and 7. The ball is their 29. They trail the Redskins 17-14. The ball was caught by little Wally Henry. He got a first down. He stopped the clock. Well, the clock would have stopped anyway. It's down to 2 minutes.
What a catch he made.
Still, that was a football play. So we're going to have a timeout now here at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, as the Redskins with their defense on the field holding to a 3-point lead, and the Eagles keep their drive alive with a big pass play. We'll be back in a moment.
We dares buy these for our kids, but who cares? It's Lionel's fantastic power passers. Look, the cars change lanes with new push-button passing. Hit the button, car steers right. Hit it again, car steers left. And the new high-speed T means that they will never fly off the track, even at top speed.
Okay, your turn. Kid owns the track. You gotta humor him a little, yeah?
Lionel's power passers. Exciting new high-speed curves and lane-changing action.
When it's so cold, a radiator can freeze solid, and you're still rolling. That's the mark of Xerex. When it's so hot, a radiator can blow its top, and you're still driving cool. That's the mark of Xerex. When corrosion is eating holes in radiators, and you're still going strong. That's the mark of Xerex. Start fresh now with year-round protection. That's the mark of Xerex.
With Sonny Jurgensen, this is Don Criqui back at Philadelphia. 2 minutes to play in the game. The Redskins lead the Eagles 17-14, but Jaworski just teamed up with Wally Henry, who came off the bench to make a big play for a first down on 3rd and long. So the Eagles drive on. They have it at their 43. Another timing pattern. Carmichael catches his second. He's not caught one since early. Fights ahead, very close to a first down. The Eagles quickly signal for and are allotted a timeout. 1:51 left to play. Watch this one.
This is just a curl pattern, and watch it. Look how high he goes up at 6'8". He goes up to get this thing in a crowd, too. Which comes out, just breaks his tackle off. Take a look at it again. Good quick throw. Up in a crowd, just a turn in. Problem with the pattern, the good completion. The Redskins would give him that completion. I mean, they're going to try to defend against it. But the big thing is it kept it in bounds in the clock.
Jaworski throws again. Again, it is caught. A diving reception. They're ruling the clock. Continues to go. 139, 138. 135. The Eagles are getting down close to field goal range, but they're not nearly in it yet. 134. Clock running. 2nd down and 4 coming up. Jaworski takes a look to the out pattern. Now guns it.
Pretty smart play on his part then. Good play on his part. He threw the ball away because he was covered, had nobody to go to, and he just threw it out of bounds. Plenty of time left for them to get down close to field goal range. You see the clock there, 1:22 left. Coming up with a 3rd and 4 play, though.
Now Wally Henry's coming back in, Sonny.
Wally Henry, and also Dave Butts has come in for Bill Brunions. Looks like he got banged up a little bit. He went off.
Carmichael goes way up, and he gets the ball and gets out of bounds with a first down.
What a catch and play. Great execution on the Eagles' part.
6'8" Harold Carmichael, a 7th-round draft choice out of Southern University in 1971.
And look at the timing here. Good coverage by Lavender. If he stays on his feet and can stay in bounds, he scores.
That's right.
There's nobody behind him.
If he couldn't stay on his feet, which he couldn't, he did the next best thing and got out of bounds to stop the clock. So the ball is down to the 29-yard line, and Horace Muhlman is starting to crank up his legs.
I tell you, what a precious situation he's got coming in. We still could see some overtime.
Good indeed. 1:17 left. Jaworski, here's a big run. He's going to run. He's down inside the 20. It looks like he might have another first down. All right, we'd like to thank some people who did their usual excellent job. Our producer, Bob Rowe. Our director, Jim Silman. Our associate producer, Rick Sharp. Mac McCoy, our field operations engineer. Irv Hartman, our technical director. And many more. We'd also like to thank our audio man, Willis Webster, and our spotter today, Bill Friel, and our statistician, Tom Bettersley. 1:07 left to go, and Jaworski is apparently going to be just a little bit short.
He's a little short, but they got second down, and they still got 1 minute and 7 seconds left, and they are in field goal. They're in field goal range now, and you see the man right there that's got all the pressure, and he's doing a little practicing on the sideline.
He practices the whole game, even when he's not really going to be called on too soon. He's always kicking. It's a good thing he gets some rise on it because he knocked somebody's dome off. Kicks it right across the team. We'll be back in a moment with 1:07 left to go, and the Eagles starting to rally back.
Introducing the new Remington XLR, the electric shaver that shaves as close as a blade. And to prove it, we're doing something spectacular. We're giving away a blade to compare it with. We guarantee the Remington XLR will shave you as close as a blade or your money back. Now that's really spectacular. The Remington XLR shaves as close as a blade or your money back.
America, you've been changing.
Coming, going, changing, growing. The things that make up life.
Why is Bank AmeriCard becoming Visa? To keep up with you.
You're traveling, you're moving, you're taking more from life.
Today you need money.
Back to live action now. Jaworski sets his team with 3 wide receivers. 2 to the left. They go to the run. Betterson crashes up the middle. They're forcing the ball now. Up the middle. The clock is running. We're inside a minute. The Eagles with a timeout remaining, and they're saving that. They can stop it here with a throw by Jaworski. The thing he does not want to do, of course, is throw it to a white shirt. And those Redskins are awful tough down now. Guns the ball. Incomplete to Charlie Smith. It stops the clock with 39.
What a dangerous throw he made then. He took something off that ball, and Gerard Williams was awful close to picking that thing off. Dangerous throw. He had Williams isolated. That time he had no help from linebackers or anybody.
You can be sure that Jaworski would like to win this game. So would all the Eagles with a throw into the end zone. He's down close now. Ball's at the 18-yard line. You see 39 seconds left and a nervous George Allen. He really start licking his chops there. During that count. 2nd and 10. Oh, Jaworski threw it up. The Eagles were fortunate indeed. Jaworski saving a sack, but almost threw it away.
Oh, wow. No. Can you believe he got away with that? He just spun and threw right into a crowd.
George is saying, man, we should have had that one. Here's the final from Shea Stadium. Seattle wins its 3rd game of the season. It's 5th in 2 years in the NFL. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, conversely, go down to defeat for the 23rd straight time since they joined the NFL. The Giants winning 10-0. Jaworski 7 for 21 for 76 yards. This is 3rd and 10. The pitch back goes to Bitterson. The Thunder's inside the 15. They can let it wind down more, and they're going to call a timeout with 22 seconds left. The Eagles just stopped the clock, their last timeout, and it all comes down to the snapper, the holder, Horst Muhlman, and most importantly, maybe the blockers, because those Redskins have a way of finding their way through.
And one other thing, and the most important thing down there right now is that swirling wind. There's so much wind. Tough kick against that wind.
Stand by for overtime if he hits it.
One thing in his favor, though, Don, when you look at it, that he keeps the ball much slower than a Mark Mosley does, kicking into that wind.
Well, he kept it so low one time that he batted it right back.
You don't want it that low.
Mosley really gets a lot of lift on the ball.
He does. He gets on a very strong leg, and it's the way he tapes his ankle and locks it that causes him to get the ball up that high.
You used to be a holder for many years.
I was a holder for many years, yes. It's a thankless job.
I tell you, it's an important one, isn't it?
All you got to do is drop one.
It's an important one. Roman Gabriel's the holder here. Now I think the Redskins are calling a timeout, so Horst can think it over again. Little tactical move. So while Horst Muhlman paces by himself, a lonely job is that of the place kicker. We're going to break away for a moment. We'll be back with the big play coming up.
America, you've been changing.
Coming, going, changing, growing. The things that make up life.
Why is Bank AmeriCard becoming Visa? To keep up with you.
You're traveling, you're moving, you're taking off from life.
Today you need money that's good around the corner, all across America, and in 117 countries around the world. That's why Bank AmeriCard is becoming Visa, the most widely recognized card in the world. Visa, we're keeping up with you.
Back live now at Philadelphia. You see the time superimposed. 22 seconds left in the game. Dick Vermeil. All the pressure on now, the Eagles. This would tie the game if he hits it. It's no good.
He hooked it. He had enough length, but he hooked it. That's the second one. He's 0 for 3 today, isn't he?
Watch again now.
Take a look at it. You just see ball goes up, got plenty of leg, but he just hooks it to the left.
Wasn't
it's
close.
The same place he missed his last one.
So the Redskins have found a way again. Horst Muhlman going 0 for 3 didn't hurt him. As Washington rallies back with 10 points in the fourth quarter, they have a 17-14 lead. The Eagles are out of timeouts, and so Theismann can only fall on the ball.
And the Redskins are still alive.
Aren't they? They'll be 5-4. An amazing group. Theismann just takes the ball and drops down. And the Eagles are helpless to stop the clock. Tough loss for Philadelphia. They had the lead. The Philadelphia players starting to walk off the field now. So are the officials. As the gun sounds, the congratulations are brief. It was a hard-fought game and a good one. And the Washington Redskins stay alive in the NFC's Eastern race and the race for the wild card spot particularly. As they beat the Philadelphia Eagles 7-14, we'll be back at Veterans Stadium in a moment.